Hey now. Hey. Hey now. 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 I gotta say hey now like a lot. Because of Ralph Cirola. Alright. I haven't done this in a while, but I gotta just step away real quick at the beginning of stream. I used to do this all the time, but I'll be right back, guys. Got to grab a water and there's a few other things, so I will be right back. Already smells really good out there. Hey now. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I see a Bobby. And a Pokex. How's it going? Get the bacon in the pan. Why can't I hear the music? There it is. Okay. Hello. Pokex, you see that guy that said something right before you? That's my nephew. You're on Christmas break, Bobby? Nah, it's too early for that. Are you not feeling well? I think I heard something about that. Hey now. All right, we're live. Let me get the word out. I only really get the post on the end. You're sick? I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm sorry to hear that. By the way, I was actually just about to check on the status of your Christmas gift. Because I think I got an alert that Nathan's has shipped. But not yours, I don't think. Let me check. Because this says it's coming sooner than expected. But that's Nathan's gift. Hey, Alice. Alice, how good was that Ulver song? Oh my god. Okay, that's the tracking for Nathan's order. Where's the tracking for... I could probably just go into my orders. I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna be a surprise. I'll let you know it's a video game, okay? That's all I'll tell you. It's a video game, and I think you're gonna like it. It's a game that you can play by yourself, or you could play it with other people, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, the B-side's a cover of an electronica band, but yeah, let me go to my orders, because I had gotten. Well, there's June's gift. Let me track June's gift real quick. Okay, that still hasn't shipped. I don't think June's gift is gonna get there till like Christmas Eve. There's Bobby's gift. Oh, it's just about to ship. Okay. So Bobby's gift is just about to ship, and there's Nathan's, which shipped early. It wasn't supposed to ship yet. But I got an email like, one of your orders is shipped early. And I'm like, cool. I was hoping it was June's, though, because June's is coming so late. And Alice, I'm gonna get you something, and I'm gonna get EV something, but that's gonna be like on Steam. And Twitch just paid me, so we'll be able to do that pretty soon. Because I normally get you and EB and June Steam stuff, but this time I was like, I actually wanted to get June that controller that she was looking at, the Neo Geo controller, the 8-bit dough, but when I asked for her Amazon wishlist so I could get it for her, I saw there were like a whole shit ton of stuffed animals on there, and I was like, you know what, she's really into the stuffed animals lately. Let me get her one of those. Do you want to see the stuffed animal I'm getting, June? I'll show you. She already knows about it, so it's not like it's not exactly a secret. There it is. That's it. Calm down, Moogle. So that's probably going to be arriving around Christmas Eve, based on. You gotta be, yeah. You know, June's funny because she's like, you know how June does not like surprises, right? If you're getting her something, she wants to know what it is. And she sends me the Amazon wishlist, and I said, I got you one of the stuffed animals. And she's like, which one? So I could take it off the list. And I'm like, yes, you could take it off the list. I said, I said, don't worry about it. I told her, but I was like, you know, when you're looking at your list and somebody's gotten something for you, it'll tell you, like, somebody might have gotten this for you. And she's like, well, make sure that nobody else gets it. And I'm like, it disappears from the list for other people. But I did tell her because I don't want, you know, because I don't want her to like sit there suffering, wondering which one she's getting. The only time we made June sit there and wait to find out what we got her was when we did that Kevin Conroy cameo. And even that, like, we delivered it to her as soon as we got it. We didn't, like, make her wait for her birthday, which is basically Christmas. It's a few days before Christmas. But yeah, I was going to get the controller, and then I was like, a lot of these plushies are the same, or as Bobby says, stuffies, the same price as the controller, basically. So, I don't know. I figured June's got a shit ton of controllers and a shit ton of stuffed animals, but she seems to be really into stuffed animals right now. So anyway, today we're going to play Ultima Quest of the Avatar for NES, and this game... Well, you guys saw me play Ultima Exodus, right? And to basically go over, like, my brief history with this game is when I got into RPGs as a kid, it started with Zelda. It started with Zelda, and then it went over into Dragon Quest 1. Yo, Alice with the watch streak, 45 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh man, if you drink that much beer, you're gonna be in a right state, as they say, right? But anyway, so my whole discovering when I was about 9 or 10 years old, 8, 9, 10, around that time, when I was first playing video games, and I mean, I'd played video games before that, but it was like Pac-Man and such, right? And when I was like around 9, it was Super Mario Brothers and all that, right? But when I first started discovering role-playing games, it started with Zelda, and then it moved on to Dragon Quest 1, which was called Dragon Warrior back then, and Final Fantasy. But I remember, like, my uncle, who was like sort of like the grognard in the family, right? He was like telling me about this game Ultima, right? That was on PC, and they're coming out with an NES version. I want to try that, right? And that was the way I first played Ultima 3, Ultima Exodus. And I was really into it, but when 4 came out, Quest of the Avatar, was 1990, and I remember just being like, this game looks, sounds, and just feels like a million times better. It almost doesn't look like it's on the same system. And you guys will see what I mean when I boot the game up in a minute, and you'll see the graphics and everything. Like, obviously it's NES, it's 8-bit graphics, right? But it almost doesn't look like... It's like going from Super Mario... Not even Super Mario Brothers. It's like going from, like, Mario Brothers or Donkey Kong and then just going straight to Mario 3. Where it's like, yes, technically it's on the same system, but it's like night and day. Game's got really good music and everything. And I used to play this for, like, hours and hours not making any real progress because I didn't know what the hell I was doing as a kid. I was 10 and I didn't know really how to finish the game, you know? I knew how to wander around and discover things and level up and everything. And there's very little leveling up in this because the maximum level is 8. And this game is all about the number 8. 8 characters, 8 virtues, 8 runes, 8 stones, 8 shrines, 8 major cities, 8 dungeons, probably a whole bunch of other things that I'm not thinking of that correlate to the number 8. And it has to do with the 8 virtues that are derived from the 3 principles. The 3 principles are love, truth, and courage. And then from them you derive 8 virtues. Oh, wow, Bobby, I didn't even think of that. It was also 8-bit. I don't think that one was intentional, but you're right. It was also 8-bit. Imagine if they did one on like the Super Nintendo that was like Ultima Quest of the Avatar 2, and it's like we've discovered another 8 virtues, so it's 16-bit now. It's a coincidence, but it's a funny coincidence. You're right. It was 8-bit. See, we didn't think of 8-bit back then. It was just Nintendo is what we had, right? It was when the Super Nintendo came out. It was like, well, what's the difference? That's 8-bit. This is 16-bit, right? We didn't know about that till later. But anyway, yeah, it's all about the number 8. And everything that you do is in 8s. 8s and 3s, because 3 for the 3 principles. But like I said, eventually I did beat the game. It's a rather long game if you're going into it blind. It is not so long if you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing, so it's not going to be so long. The one thing about the game that kind of drives me crazy still is the approach to combat is interesting. Like you saw in Ultima 3 when we played it. Last week we finished it. You see the enemies on the screen and you bump into them to start combat. In this one, it appears to be more random encounters. And you guys know I do not mind random encounters. You walk around and eventually you take a certain amount of steps and you get into combat. And that appears to be what's going on, but what's actually happening is it's timing based, which means you can stand still and still run into an enemy. An enemy will attack you while you're standing still. And it's interesting because when you're walking and you get into a battle, you're in formation. But if you're standing still and an enemy attacks you, you're out of formation. So it's kind of like, oh, you know, you got ambushed, you know? Pokemon, you have to be walking and you have to be either in the long grass where Pokemon are, or you have to be like in a cave or something like that, you know? This is dungeon battle music. This was in my head earlier. This is the song that plays when you get into a battle room in a dungeon. This game was originally for PC. It was actually based off of a controversy in Ultima 3's PC edition where Richard Garriott, who's the creator of all these games, hey Moogle, was populating dungeons with all these different sorts of things, and he put this one room in Ultima 3 in one of the dungeons. It wasn't in the NES version, but in the PC version, where there were children in cages. And if you're a gamer and you're in a dungeon and you see children locked up in cages, your instinct... Yeah, Dick Garriott and his satchel berries. What's up, Wayne? Your instinct as a gamer is to free them. Obviously. You want to save the children. And the problem was, because they were NPCs that were in a dungeon, they were automatically hostile. They were not friendly. You couldn't interact with them in a good way. You couldn't talk to them. You could leave them in the cages, or you could free them and they attack you. Those are my favorite song from the game. So, basically, it led to this controversy where even one of the developers quit over this. Where, they were saying that Richard Garriott's game, Ultima 3, was encouraging the player to murder children. And he's like, well, you don't have to murder them. You could run from them. You could put them under a sleep spell. You can stop time and walk straight through. You could leave them in the cages. There are a lot of different ways to resolve that. killing them just happens to be the quickest and easiest. And I think he was trying to make a point about doing the quickest, easiest thing is not doing the best thing, which is why Ultima 4 became about the hero not out to defeat evil, but to become a better person. The first game had a villain, Mondane. The second game had a villain, Minax. The third game had a villain, Exodus. The fourth game has no villain. There are monsters, of course, that will attack you. But there is no greater scope villain. There's no final boss. There's just the quest to become the avatar of virtue, to become a good person, and to retrieve the codex of ultimate knowledge, to bring wisdom and knowledge to the people. It's about making the world a better place. And that made it innovative. You didn't have video games like that back in the day. And even now, where we do have games like that, there's still a conflict. Like Skyrim is still about defeating Alduin, even though you're also saving the world and you're trying. You could also become a total shitlord, and you could do terrible things in Ultima 4. But we're gonna only try to do good things, because the more terrible things you do, the harder it is to beat the game, because you have to become the avatar. And if you do something bad, like stealing a treasure chest from people, or attacking random people, or lying, or even running away from battle, because you can run away from battle, but if you do, it's considered cowardly, and you lose points in valor, which is courage. So it's really interesting the way the game plays. And by the way, the thing is that only applies to the main character. So if like one of your other guys is low on health, Sarah with the watch tree, what's up? They can run from battle, but the main character cannot without having it have a consequence, Anyway, let's get started. Sort of perfect timing on the music stopping, although can I find the tab where it's playing? Probably not. No, it started the friggin' shrine music. Where is... Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's just play the intro. Yeet! We got to go out. We got to go out. We got to go out. Oh. Can't hide the aroma of flowers. You can with shit.
Yeah. Fire! 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 Yeah. Oh, fire!
That's exactly what she said. It's something about her ass. I get the feeling, though, she's very lonely. She kept talking about her ass.
What the hell? You beat me. But now you're going to have to take on the desert route to get the water. Oh, I'm dead as shit.
My home planet needs me. Goodbye.
Let's go down to my pond. I'll teach you the nature of getting quacked out. Fuma's alternate color is fucking whack. He looks like a fucking punk rock banana. Please enter box. That's what she said. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Come on, are you an ass? You think you could prevent me? You can't stop me. I can't be stopped. Oh, I could be stopped by that, though. Oh, punish me! I got a knife! Oh, I'm a naughty abomination. Hey now, where's my volume control? Oh, I'm way out of pocket here. Orange juice is more hydrating than water? Probably because it has like electrolytes in it, I would imagine, right? Anything that has like electrolytes is more hydrating. Alright, here we go. Oh, we gotta hit new game. We want the speed to be maximum. Okay, guys, let's come up with a name for our avatar. We're gonna be playing as the character that is essentially named the paladin, and his name is... Oh god, I don't even remember what the paladin's name is. Hold on. What is the paladin's name in this? Carl. I'm considering the name Carl. Hold on. Moongates, runes, stones, items. Give me a second here. Lodo? I like Lodo. Queef? Oh, come on, Wayne. Come on, Wayne, really? What's the paladin's normal name? Where is he? Oh, it doesn't even say it. Well, we'll meet him, because we're not playing as him, but we're playing like a character. Dickie? The Easter Brothers' brother Daryl? Okay, for making me laugh the most, we're gonna call him Daryl. Hi, everybody, I'm the Easter Bunny's brother, Daryl. There's just enough room for Daryl. Dicky. Wayne always with the fucked up ones, right? So we're gonna play as the Paladin, though. I think. Okay. We have been waiting for you a long time. I can see into the future. I shall foretell your destiny. Listen carefully. Entrusted to deliver an uncounted purse of gold, thou dost meet a poor beggar. Dost thou deliver the gold, knowing the trust in thee was well placed? Or show compassion, and giving the beggar a coin, knowing it shan't be missed? So, basically you're choosing between honesty and compassion. This doesn't matter because all you have to do to get the character that you want is to always pick the virtue that aligns with that character. Honesty aligns with the bard, and compassion... Honesty does not align with... Honesty is the mage. Compassion is the bard. It doesn't matter, I'm not playing as either, so I'll just pick honesty. Orange sliced candies would be good. Unwitnessed, thou hast slain a mighty dragon in defense of thy life. A poor warrior claims the offered reward. Dost thou justly step forward to claim the bounty, or humbly go about thy life, secure in thy self-esteem? Justice would make you a druid, humility makes you a shepherd. It doesn't matter, we're not playing as either. A burly knight accosts thee and demands thy food. Dost thou valiantly refuse and attack the knight, or sacrifice thy food unto the hungry knight? Valor is your knight, your warrior, and sacrifice is the tinker, who they made the tinker a dude in this version, which is interesting. In the PC version, the tinker was a woman named Julia, and they made the tinker a man named Julius in this one, but it doesn't matter, they're still female characters. They made the mage a woman in this instead. Valor doesn't matter. Okay, here's where it matters. In thy youth thou didst pledge to marry thy sweetheart. Now thou art on a sacred quest in distant lands, and thy lover hath asked thee to keep thy vow. Dost thou honor thy promise to wed, or follow thy spiritual crusade? So honor gives you the paladin, spirituality gives you the ranger. The ranger is probably the second best character, but the paladin's the absolute best. We have to pick honor whenever it comes up. So, which way do you choose? Never deceive or obey the law? Doesn't matter. And which of the two do you choose? Fight against evil or keep your vows? Keep your vows. Yeah, it's important. At last, you must choose which you think more valuable. Honor. So basically, the way I chose it, it's coming down to, do I play as a mage or do I play as a paladin? The worst is a shepherd. The shepherd has, like, no stats. She can barely use any weapons. She's bad at magic. And she has the worst starting location out of all 8 characters. She's hard mode. I might actually do, like, a YouTube challenge run. Solo shepherd run. You can't do it in PC because you can't solo the game in PC. But in NES you can. Your path is chosen. Now our Lord is waiting for you. I am Lord British, King of Britannia. You see how the graphics are night and day from the last game? I welcome thee, Daryl, unto my fair kingdom. The ages of darkness are no more, yet still doth the evil swell in the hearts of the people. I have long sought an adventurer who would master the 8 virtues of avatarhood and guide our people into a new age of enlightenment. Hey, Greg, how's it going? You're the worst? You're not the worst. Hold on, I feel like the mic is very low. I think that I have to raise the stand. Oh, that helps. There we go. Daryl. Daryl. I know in my heart that thou shalt become this avatar. Go forth now and conquer the frontiers of the self. So you can guide our people into a new age of enlightenment. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, that was weird. He, like, started over. Let's talk to this dude. Welcome to the castle of Lord British. Visit the good king often. This is actually not his castle. But okay. Avatarhood comes with mastery of the 8 virtues through deeds of merit. Define the moon gate, mark well the eastern moon. Then shalt the western moon guide thy way. Go forth unto the cities, for thy companions await thee. Do not covet the treasure of others, nor open another's chest. keep thy hands from temptation. Once you leave here, you're warped to your starting location, which is this town, Trinsic. So let's talk to people. I just remembered. The paladin's name is Dupree. Welcome to Trinsic, City of Honor. I mean, look what I'm talking about. The graphics are miles better than the previous game. Miles better. It's not even close. My grandfather works the fields night and day. In the time of harvest, he often tells a wonderful story. Wondrous Stories, a song by Yes. Here's Dupree. I am Dupree, Knight of Britannia. Dost thou regard honor as well as I? Yes. Then thou mayst call Dupree of Trinsic thy friend. He can't join you because you're the paladin. Basically, the person that is the same class as you won't join, but the other 7 will. I am Sailor Sam. Dost thou own a sextant? No. Leave coins much at the Jellum tap. So the sextant is basically your navigation tool. It tells you where in the world you are in terms of latitude and longitude. And he's basically saying if you go to Jellum and you go to the bar and you give the bartender a really big tip, you can get the sextant that way. No, I never tried the Master System version of this. Moongates tend to spring up near the 8 cities of virtue. Ours is beyond the river to the south. I won't be using it just yet. Welcome to the pub. Do you want a drink? No. Bye. Oh no, beta. There's a locked door. In this game, is a little different. Like in the last game, you had to buy keys and open doors that way. But in this game, you only need to buy 1 key. Once you get that magic key, every door will be openable. Unfortunately, it's expensive. It's 2,000 gold. But that's one of the things. Here's the inn. Okay. Not much we can do here. Sextant. Oh, there's also a lot of false walls in this game. Let me see if I can see any. No, I can't. There's like these false walls that you could tell because the graphic looks slightly off where you could just walk through the wall. Here's an armor and weapons. Oh. Dost thou always strive to keep thy oath, even at thine own peril? Yes. Then thou must never steal from the townsfolk, nor of their treasures. Oh, actually, before I do this, let's look at what we have. Let's see. Status? So there's Daryl. Okay, so I have a sword and chain armor. So basically, you can have 2 weapons, a long-range and a short-range weapon. He has a sword, which is a pretty great starting weapon for short-range, but I do not have a long-range weapon. I also have 400 gold. Yeah, the music's fantastic in this. So let me see if I can get a long-range. He has the bow, which is 680. So he doesn't have like a sling or something that I can get for less money. So we'll just wait on that. And here's armor. Welcome to the armor shop. What can I do? So they have leather, chain, and ring mail. I have the chain already. Like I said, that's another reason why you want to start as the paladin, because his starting music is... I like the music in the last game, but the problem with it is there's only like maybe 5 songs in the whole game. Show you something cool here. Behold, nature shines forth anew. Soon we shall harvest what we have sown. So there's sort of a trick here. This field becomes a little different every time you visit the city, like after certain events have passed and such, and eventually his harvest is there and he tells you to search the center. But the item that you need is already there. All you have to do is search it. Daryl looks around. Daryl finds the Rune of Honor. So we already have 1 of the 8 runes, which I think that shows up... Yeah, here, rune. So we have the Honor rune. We need 8 of those. We already have 1. Let's see if there's anything over here. I think there might be. Oh, there's poison, though. Yeah, I could talk to that mage, but going over the poison is... It might... Every time you step on poison, it doesn't damage you, but there's a chance of it poisoning you. I have rewind, so... Okay, I got over it just fine. Honor is made of courage and truth. Consider it well. Oh, okay, got poison. Hold on. Okay, cool. We're good. So we have the Rune of Honor. I kind of want to stick around here and get that bow. Let me just double check that he can use a bow. I think the, I believe the paladin can use just about any weapon that you can think of. Let's see, runes, stones, items. Whoa. I need a weapon thing. Give me a second here. Equipment, here we are. Yeah, they were making a purposeful effort to make it look like Dragon Quest. Okay, so the best melee weapon, other than the Sword of Paradise, obviously, that the Paladin can use is the +1 axe. And the +1 axe is great because it's ranged and it's melee. But we're not worried about that. He could also use a +2 sword, a +1 sword. Okay, but what about ranged weapons? Can he use the... Okay, so this is the +1 bow is the best he could use. He could use all of them, actually. But considering the bow is only 680 and I'm starting with 400, I'd like to try to fight some enemies and do that. If you go down here, this is where the moon gate appears. But we're not going to use the moon gate just yet. I just want to show you that that's where it appears. Actually, I should just stand still. Alright, we got rats. Can I just do nothing? No, I can't. That's fine. I have a sword, so it should be fine. Yeah, we got him. There's no trap chests in this. You can just grab every chest. As long as it's from enemies. If it's in town... Oh, 94. Look at that. Yeah, it's semi-random. I'm going to fast forward, though, to get more encounters. There's the moon gate. Alright, we've got... I believe these guys are trolls. Can I do nothing? Yeah, that's one thing. You can't actually pass your... Oh, that's... Okay, so that's... the big guys, I think, are trolls. Or the little guys are trolls and those are ogres. I forget exactly. Yes, you can have a wide variety of enemies in battle. Oh, he had to do that, huh? You still have to level up by talking to Lord British. 1? Well, the first one was really good, so I can't be mad about it. 1. I prefer to stay still, because the enemies start out closer to you, because you're not in formation. That didn't happen here, though. Alright, well, giant rats are... Giant rats are probably the weakest enemy. Them and skeletons, right? I don't step... I shouldn't have done that. Wham! Yeah. Everything cribbed from either Lord of the Rings or Dungeons and Dragons, right? 5! Wait, can I re-roll that? Let's see. 39, that's a little better. Like, if we're trying to get 680, you know? Get back closer to the town. Oh, what do we got? One of these guys. Alright. Hey, let me see if I can see. I'm gonna look up a list of enemies. One of those guys is trolls. Let's see. Is there like a list of enemies here? Characters, monster list. Here it is. Okay, so the little guy was an orc, and the big guys are trolls. Okay. All right, we got a skeleton. Got a skeleton. $69! Nice! How much money do I have right now? 603? Wait, there's 2 chests? 38? Okay. We will have to stay at the inn soon, though. But once we have a ranged weapon, we won't get hit as much. Alright, we got a bunch of orcs. Perfect. Make orc pork out of them. So orcs definitely from Lord of the Rings, right? Trolls, that's just folklore. Giant rats, D&D. Right? Animated skeletons, Greek mythology, right? We got it. $26? Alright, so how much does that leave me with? $667. Alright. Oh, that's awesome. That's such a good story, and Neil Gaiman's great. Wolves in Moog's Fantasies. There are no wolf enemies in this. There are no... Okay, so basically right now what I'm running into is level 2 monsters, right? Okay, these guys are... Actually, these guys are a bit higher, aren't they? Yeah, these are rogues. These are level 3 monsters. So the level 2 monsters include Ettins, which are like 2-headed trolls, insects, orcs, pythons, rats, skeletons, trolls, wisps, and wizards. Those are the weakest enemies. Level 3 monsters are ghosts, liches, and rogues. Those are rogues I just beat there. 46? That might give me... Oh, that give me enough for the bow. Oh, more than enough. Let's go get that bow. Level 4 monsters are demons, nixies, pirates, seahorses, sea serpents, and squids. Level 5 monsters are gazers, headless, which are like big ogres without heads, and phantoms. Level 6 monsters, balrogs, cyclopses, hydras, lava lizards, and zorn. Level 7 monsters are dragons. Technically speaking, the hydras are stronger, but that's just the way it is. And then there's enemies that only appear in dungeons. Bats, gremlins, mimics, reapers, slimes, and spiders. Some of them, the names are changed for copyright reasons. The reapers are just ants. I'm a big fan of his writing. Alright, so let's get this bow. And let's equip that bow. Let's see. How do I do that again? Oh. I guess in status, right? No. I forget how to do this. Ready! Okay, here we go. Bah! There we go. We got it. Alright. Let's see if I have enough cash to stay at the hotel here. Welcome to the hotel. Oh, you don't talk to him, you go up here. Talk to her. It's 20? I have 20. And that's also how you save. You don't have to stay at the hotel to save. You could say, no, I don't want to stay. And then say yes to saving. Also, this is the first time in a video game that I saw a toilet. Just saying. There's a toilet there. I'd never seen a toilet in a video game before. Except for, like, maybe Deja Vu, right? Yeah, I've been a fan of his ever since those Sandman comics. Those are great. So, normally at the beginning of the game, you want to stick to Moongate travel because Moongates, they kind of just let you go to all the major cities without having to worry about traveling long distances by foot. However, in this case, we're going to travel not too long a distance to go to Britain, which is this is the city. We're intrinsic. It's the city of honor. We're going to travel to Britain, which is the city of compassion, and that's also where Lord British's castle is nearby. But along the way, there's a minor city. It's not one of the 8 major cities called Pause. Calm down, Moogle, and we're going to stop off there as well. So we're going to go around this river. All right, we got an Etten. Easy. Yeah, he didn't start with the sling, but I was able to get a bow pretty quickly. 98, nice. I like the Stardust movie, though. It didn't start off great, but it got there. Here's pause. Or what games? Welcome to pause, stranger. Mayhap thou hast seen my lord? 7 years ago he ventured into Highfloth at the hidden gate behind Castle Britannia, and he has yet to return to me. Okay, whenever you see these guys, these are beggars, and they ask you for money. They always have a sob story, it doesn't matter what they tell you. 2 of my children hath starved to death, kind wayfarer. Canst thou see fit to help the other 7? Yes. Always say yes. Now, you can give these... Here's how this works, right? You can give them any amount of money. It doesn't matter. If you give them 1 gold, it counts for the same amount of virtue as if you give them all of your gold. So, always give them 1 gold. Now, you can't spam it. You can't give them 1 gold and then immediately talk to him again and give them 1 gold and then talk to him again and then just rack up compassion really quickly. There's a cooldown. So basically the best practice is give a gold to each beggar as you see them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's look around a bit. Oh, this is the weapon shop. Okay. Let me talk to him, see what he's got. Welcome to the armor shop. What can I do? It's armor. So they have ring, +1 cloth, and +1 chain. I can't afford any of it. Now, if you notice here, if you see this here, you see how that's different from all the others? That's showing you that that's a false wall, so we just walk right through that. And I believe this is a magic shop. And now there's no town called Moz. Welcome to the herb shop. How can I help? So these are what's known as reagents. And the way that this works is once you have a spell in your spell book, you can cast that spell as long as you have the proper reagents. I'm not going to worry too much about magic yet. It's pretty good in the end game, but for now, it's expensive to buy a bunch of reagents. And these are not all of them. There are other reagents, but you see ash, ginseng, garlic, silkweed, moss, and pearl. They're consumables that allow you to cast spells. There's a big reason I'm stopping and pausing. It's not just to talk to people. I once beheld the rune of spirituality in a hidden room of the great castle. So we already know where that... I actually know exactly where that is. Seek the rune near the soldier's western chambers. Then enter the gate of the full moon's defined shrine. That's important, too. All of the shrines that you have to go to pray at are located on the map except for the Shrine of Spirituality. It's like in another plane, and you have to travel there by Moongate. Pause doesn't represent anything, it's just a town. Hail, strong warrior! Dost thou fight for Britannia? Yep. The mightiest arms lie in the castles of truth and love. Welcome to the pub! Oh, okay, no. Bye. You can see another false wall. I think this just leads to the magic shop. Yeah. Okay. But there's a reason I'm coming here. And it's down here. I used to run the stables, but all my horses died. Oh, I can't actually get in there without a key. Alright, we'll have to come back here. I thought you could, but you can't. Oh. Nay! Not sure what I expected. Alright, my bad. I thought I could get it now, but it's actually something I can get later. Unless there's a hidden way, but... yeah. One of the runes is in there. There were some people that were working on a modern quest to the Avatar. I don't know what became of it, though. Yeah, we'll have to come back with a key. Keys cost $2 grand. You only have to buy 1, though, which is good. This looks like a hospital, maybe? I wish I might make the Reflect spell, but the sulfurous ash, ginseng, garlic, and fungus cost too much for a mage of my meager means. So basically, here's what you're supposed to do, right? So, let me bring up a text file. He's giving you a recipe, but you have to write it down. You're expected to write this down. So I'm going to write this down here. Reflect. Okay, so ash, ginseng, garlic, fungus. Then there's a place called Spells Unlimited. You go there and you tell them the recipe, and then they add it to your spell book, and then you can cast it. Shroud of the Avatar is, I believe, a sequel. I forgot Ricky Gervais is even in that. There's so many people in that movie. Alright, so let's go to Britain. By the way, oh, okay, we got trolls and an Etten. I'm going to attack the trolls first since they do have ranged attacks. There's a bit of an Easter egg sort of in this game that what enemies appear in random encounters is based on your level. However, if you stay on a bridge and you get an encounter on a bridge, no matter how high of a level you get, you'll always get trolls. And it's sort of a joke about trolls being under bridges. There we go, we got it. Who was Ricky Gervais? I'm trying to remember because there was so many actors in that movie. Alright, here we go, $4. Right, we're gonna have to go around another river, but then we're pretty much at Britain. Rogues! Alright. I one-shotted his ass, damn. Also, if you notice, Paws didn't have a hotel, so... Yeah, I forgot that you need a key to get that rune. There's a rune in Paws, but we'll come back there when I have a rune. Whoa, 80, nice. There's Britain and Castle Britannia. Let's go to Britain here. Let's see if I can recruit my first party member. Because Iolo's here. Welcome to Britain, City of Compassion. The moon gate rises east of the great castle, before the bridge. Good information. Oh, here's a beggar. Hello, I'm Bob the Beggar, a sickly, pitiful little man with bubonic plague. Oh, did I say... I meant leprosy. Hey, come back. Hast thou any gold for me? So, you know, they're kind of like tempting you to not give him money because he's lying, but Compassion is giving money regardless. He's a beggar, he needs it. So you give him a coin. Oh, thank ye. Now I can seek treatment for my terminal leg rot. You always give them money regardless of what they say. Okay, that's weapons and armor. We don't need that. I think Iolo's in the pub. Also, this is where you could talk to that guy that'll change the music. Is this Iolo? Or that might be a different town. Let's see. Welcome, traveler. We have waited such a long, long time. Oh, no, this is the guy that plays the song. I love this song. I have heard of a stone of compassion. 'Tis yellow, 'tis said. This is important because each of the virtues is also associated with a color. So that's to let you know that yellow and compassion are together. Oh, I don't need to talk to him. There's the hotel. Where is... Oh, wait, I think there's a rune here, isn't there? Let's see, let me search. The Rune of Compassion. There's an NPC that tells you that it's at the foot of the stairs in Britain's hotel. Oh, there's Iolo. Seek the Shrine of Compassion to the east, across 2 bridges. I am Iolo, a bard by trade. Weren't you a clown in the first game? Dost thou like music as well? Yes. And might ye welcome a bard on thy travels? A fighting bard, mind ye, of course. And he has joined me, Iolo the Bard. Ho-eo-he-hum. So we now have Iolo with us. Let me see about what he has. So he has a sling. He does not have a melee weapon. He only has a sling. Yeah, it does sound like Phantasy Star, you're right. None may enter the shrine who do not bear the rune. Search at the foot of the inn stair. So that's the guy that tells me where it was that I already got it, though. Oh, this is a good opportunity. Welcome to the healer. May I serve thee? Yeah. Oh, I don't have the option yet? Okay. I might not have enough hit points. There's a point where you can donate blood, and that helps you with the sacrifice virtue. 8 runes, 8 zones. Seek them all. Now, if you see there's a false wall here, the other kind of false wall is where you can see it's cracked right there. That shows me that I can walk through that. Unfortunately, that reset the music, but There's not actually anything here, but there you go. And we can't go like that way or anything, but yeah. Not every secret room goes somewhere. Alright, let me see what kind of melee weapon Iolo can even use. Let's see. I gotta find my character thing. Stones. Oh, here we are. Okay. So the best weapon that a bard could use for that would be the +2 sword. Wait, he can't use the +1 sword, but he could use the +2 sword? That's rude. Alright, he could use a regular sword, though, as long as I have 400 gold to buy one. No. Oh, I like Coraline. 265? Alright, we don't have enough. We'll come back, though. We're not going to be leaving this area just yet. Let's go to the castle. We know there's a rune in there. And also Hawkwind is here, too. We want to talk to him. Welcome to Castle Britannia, home of Lord British, Dick Garriott and his satchel berries. I'm Chuckles the Bumble. He who last laughs the loudest. Oh, can I look yet? Is it over? You'll be alright, dude. You'll be alright. Every time you're here, you're going to want to visit Hawkwind. Believe it or not, I think visiting him is the only way in this game, the only way to raise your spirituality. And you need to raise all the virtues. Let me see. Let me go over the virtues with you guys, actually. Okay, so there's truth. Answering questions correctly. If you overpay the reagent seller, because there's reagent sellers, they're all blind, and they tell you what your total is when you're buying reagents, and then you have to count out the coins for them. If you overpay them, that will give you more honesty. And if you sell your equipment for low prices. You could lose it by lying, stealing, cheating the reagent seller, selling equipment for a higher price, and using the skull. There's a skull that destroys all life. You don't want to use it. It lowers all the virtues. Compassion is giving money to beggars. Obviously, if you refuse them or if you kill people, that lowers it. Courage, just kill all the enemies in a battle. If you run away from battles, you lose that. Justice. If you overpay the reagent seller, or if you sell equipment for a low price, that raises justice. All the normal things would lower it. Sacrifice, you just give blood. Honor, you tell the truth, overpay, and sell equipment for a low price. Spirituality. Okay, so in this version, you can raise it a few different ways. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's... Basically, all these good actions raise certain virtues, but let's talk to him real quick. This is Hawkwind. He sounds like a Smash player. Yep. Welcome, Daryl. I am Hawkwind, Seer of Souls. I see that which drives thee to do good or evil. Which of the 8 virtues shall I just see? Honesty, or progressing well. Okay. Valor, or progressing well. It's probably going to say well for all of them. Sacrifice. Yeah. Well, progressing well is the base. It's too early in the game for any of them to be different. But talking to him raises spirituality. Compassion, well. If you start going down, it'll say poorly or very poorly. And you start saying very well, and eventually it'll say partial avatarhood. And that's when you go pray at the shrine. Yeah, none of these are going to be raised enough. We just started. Oh, Alice, snap, the bars. Never cease to fight for virtue. Slowly but surely thou shalt rise to avatarhood. I think these are just windows, right? Yeah, they're windows. Dost thou fight for Britannia? Yep. Someday we shall all fight together. Let's talk to you. Disturb me not, for I seek to eliminate odd order, intermodulation distortion, and linear power stages. Yeah, good luck with that. A little secret wall here. So obviously we don't want to take these chests, but if you search right here, the Rune of Spirituality. The guy told you it was near the soldiers' quarters in the western part of the castle. This doesn't look like soldiers' quarters, but that's kind of what it is. There's only a mage there, but yeah. Let's go up here. talk to this dopey-looking dude. A moon gate's destination is determined by the eastern moon. The western moon's phase marks its spot. Thou art in the presence of His Majesty Lord British. Lord British. For so long as evil exists in the hearts of men, a lasting peace can never come. All over your face and chest. Only the Avatar of Legend can save us. Ho ho ho! Dude, get out of my way. Daryl, I am well pleased with thy progress. Thou art now level 4. Experience more. Friend Daryl and Hope of Britannia, I welcome thee. Is there any way in which I may aid thee? So this is how you get a free heal. I'm going to show you this. You say yes. What is it? Health. I am very well, as thou canst see. And dost thou enjoy good health as well? No. Then I shall heal thee. Boom, healed. Is there any way? Okay, no. Oh, well, I mean, let's talk to him about other stuff, though, actually. But that's how you get a free heal. Virtue. So he'll just tell you things like, let's pick Valor. Many of our bravest soldiers hail from Jellum, where valor is celebrated. Oh, he tells you which city. Yeah. So yeah, compassion, he'll tell you. The bards in the town of Bretagne sing of compassion. Yeah. So basically, he tells you which city. Ask him about the principles, though. So let's ask him about love. Empeth Abbey, far to the northwest, is a fortress open to all who seek understanding of love's ways. Alright, let's ask him about courage. The flower of Britannia's knighthood live and train in the mighty Serpent's Hold, on an island to the south. He's basically telling you where these 3 very important castles are. And the last one is truth. In the Lyceum, north of Moonglow and Verity Isle, dwell scholars who seek lives in pursuit of truth. A translation, though. Love! Oh, we're done. Okay. Alright. You can see the dungeons here. You can't talk to either of those guys unless you have a key to get in there. The Reaper there, the Ent, I can talk to him. I'll show you. You can see there's a false wall there, but we're not in that area right now. This game is sneaky because it does things that tempt you to do things that make it harder to beat. It tempts you to do things that you shouldn't do, is what I'm getting at. Let's go down here first. Speak often with the Seer Hawkwind, for he is wisest of all. Hail, Seeker of Avatarhood. Evil trembles at thy coming. Welcome to the Castle Britannia Hostel. Travelers from all across the realm often gather here to await the arrival of their companions. So basically, because there's 8 characters and you can only have 4 in the party, everybody that's not currently in your party hangs out here, and if you want to swap party members, this is where you come. Each town has a moon gate nearby. At first, thou hast best not stray far from civilization. Now let's go up this way. We can walk through this wall. Talk to her. The light of an air device that was stolen lies near the remotest entrance to Dungeon Hythloth. And if you go here, up here, and then through here, and then down here. Oh my god, that would be annoying. Ahead lies a perilous place. Once thou dost enter, thou canst not return whence thou didst come. Well, we don't have a key anywhere, but that's one of the entrances to the dungeon called Hythloth, which is the kind of the toughest dungeon in the game. Alright, let's get out of here. Why do I not see the wall? Oh, there it is. I'm like not seeing where I'm supposed to go. Wait, there's another one here. Yeah, that pretty much leads to nothing. Okay. Not every secret passage leads to something. Yeah, you could tell him to fuck off pretty early and he'll leave you alone. I think I'm behind the dungeons now. All 7 dungeons are joined in the altar room of truth, love, and courage. This leads to the Ents, or Reaper's cell. Heh heh. When the skull of Mondane is used in town, It feels good. Dost thou also enjoy the destruction of pitiful innocence? No. Thou art a wimp. He's goading you into attacking him. And you can attack him, and you could beat him, even though he's kind of a high level. He's not that tough. Because he's just one single Reaper. It's not like there's a whole bunch of them, right? The thing is, he's a non-combatant. Even though he's an enemy sprite, he's in a dungeon, he's talking about how he loves murder, he calls you a wimp. Don't attack him. It's wrong to do. Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. Just have him hold the torch. Alright, actually, this is a quick exit, actually. Alright, so let's save up 400 to get Iolo a bow. And maybe he'll level up a bit. Oh, not a bow, a sword. He needs a sword. Oh god, yeah, he doesn't do much damage there because he only has ranged attacks. But he's got to defeat enemies on his own to get experience points. There we go, we got it. It's more Christian than a Wisdom Tree game? Oh, look, a pirate ship. I'm not gonna fuck with that, but... How much money do I have right now? You three... Wait, hold on. Does he have his own money? 315... No. I mean, I could fight the pirates, but... And then I'd have a ship. I could just leave the ship there. Let's do it. Alright, so we got various rogues and 2 pirates. Yeah, because they both have ranged attacks, and it would take the pirates a while to get to me. No, that's Ultima 1, where you go to space. You go to space and shoot TIE fighters for some reason in Ultima 1. It was because there was some room on the disc, and Garriott wanted to put something to fill it up. I've played through Ultima 1 on PC. It's a fun game, but I gotta tell you that space part is whack. Not just because it's random and out of nowhere and has nothing to do with anything, but it plays really badly. It moves around like 3 frames a week. And Ultima's a pretty fast-paced game, all things considered. And then you go into the space part, and it's really slow, and you have to rack up enough points to become a space ace. You're like ready to beat the game. You're ready to go in the time gate and go and defeat Mondain. And then it's like, wait, no, you have to be a space ace first. And it's like, where did that come from? It was only like Garriott's second shot at a... You don't get money for defeating pirates. But we have a ship now. We got pythons. Alright. I think the pythons might be able to spit acid at me. Yeah, they do. Alright. But since we're near Castle Britain, it's no big deal because I could always just have not Eola, Lord British heal us for free. That doesn't save your game, but it's free. We only need 400 to give Iolo a sword. I'd like to try and get the Ranger next, Shimino. Shimino is one of the 2 characters that embodies Richard Garriott. Lord British and Shimino are the 2 characters that are based off of Garriott. Shimino was... Because he was in the SCP, the Society of Creative Anachronism. I'm sorry, SCA. And the name that he used in that, it's like a LARPing group, was Shimino. And then Lord British was something that people in Texas called him. Because they said he sounded British. Because instead of saying hi, he said hello. Apparently that's in Texas that makes you sound British. No, wait, I want a YOLO to finish this guy off. So obviously Lord British is Garriott, but so is Shimino the Ranger. 9? All right, how much do I have? 344? Alright. Oh, speed it up a bit. There's another ship there, huh? Alright, we got pythons and a giant rat. Let me also see if he can use a bow, because eventually I'm going to want to get him a bow. Too many tabs open. Oh, here we are. So, YOLO can use all the ranged weapons. I thought so. Because he's a bard. Do, 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 do. It's alright. I was hoping for more than... Oh, there's the moon gate. I'm not using it right now. Alright, we've got rogues. $22. That wasn't exactly great either, but... Alright. Alright, we've got trolls and there's an orc down there as well. Oh, we missed! He doesn't have a sword! I think YOLO can easily take out an orc. They're gonna leave a nasty comment, yeah. $27. That might give me enough. Let me see. 405. All right, let's buy a sword for YOLO. And then I want to see about. I'm gonna get the Ranger next because he's really good. YOLO's just he's great, but he's like I got him because he's convenient to get him. No horses in this one that you could ride. Alright, so we'll get this sword. And we'll give it to YOLO. Let's ready it. It's called readying in this. Alright, so he's got cloth armor. We're going to want to get him better armor at some point, but I'm not like super worried about that. Before I do anything, let's pop off into the castle and have the king heal us. Oh, wait. Give this guy money. Bob the beggar. Bob the builder's fallen on hard times. No reason to not do that. I mean, other than you're a dick, you know. Alright. So we've already got, what, 3 runes already? No, 2 runes. I could have had 3, but I don't have a key yet. Free heal. And that doesn't cost you any virtue or anything. Like, there's no negative downside to doing that. Yeah, the Horus's thing was really dumb. In Ultima 3 on PC, all it did was make you not run into enemies. And in the NES version, it just made you use less food, I think. But it's just dumb. Alright. Oh yeah, the good monsters and the evil monsters? Yeah. All right, let me look at my Moongate, guys, because the town that I would like to get to is called Skara Brae. It's the town of spirituality. All right. Okay, so I'm at Britain, which means I could get to you, Minok, or Trinsic. Skara Brae's on an island, too, so I can't just walk there, although I do have a ship. I could get to Skara Brae from Jellum. That doesn't help me. I could get to Skara Brae, let's see. I could get there from Minok, alright. So I'll want to pop into Minok, which is the second phase. So basically we gotta wait for the crescent, and then the crescent and the full moon. Alright, rogues. Alright, Iolo's gonna be in any danger when close up anymore because he could use his sword. Melee weapons do a lot of more damage. See? 40 instead of like 8. Of course, Daryl here is doing like 20 somewhat because he's got a bow. Alright, okay, let Iolo do it. $4. There's another pirate ship. I don't remember pirate ship appearing so quickly in this. It's kind of cool. Alright, wait. Go. Alright, we're in Minok. Now, since I'm at Minok, I might as well go to... I think I can get the... Oh, no, that'll bring you to the shrine. Never mind, we don't want to go to the shrine. So we want to go to Skara Brae. So we wait for the full moon, and then go in on the crescent. Oh, I'm sorry, the half moon. Pythons. I could go in and try to recruit... I can go to the town and try to recruit Julius, but I want to go for the characters that I want first. The game's pretty good about letting you fill it up with 4 characters right away, and then the other ones will kind of like, oh, you're not a high enough level for me, you gotta wait. I'm trying to recruit the best ones first. $4. Alright. So we're waiting for full moon. Double full moon's the shrine. Wait. And alright. Oh, wizards and demons. Wow, okay. That was a band that's no longer around because one of the members is a total chud. Reflect spell? Alright. Reflect spell makes you, for a few turns, immune to range damage. Somebody tried to cast Defeat. Oh, he's the one that has the, So it's the wizard that has Reflect up right now. Let's see if it's still active. Oh, I missed, so I can't tell. Got him. Alright. Got him. Very cool. Yeah, John Schaefer, hold on. That guy sucks. Wait, go. Skara Brae. Alright, here we are. Welcome to Skara Brae, city of spirituality. Near our gates appears the door of the moons. I am Shimino, seeker of the spirit. Dost thy heart join me in my search? Yes. And dost thou wish my body to accompany thine? Yes. Hey, we got the ranger. Ba, 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 ba. Let us be off then. Alright, so Shimino has joined the party at level 2, it looks like. Which is interesting because Iolo joined me at level 3. Let me see what he has. He has a sword and he has leather. Okay. I am Silver Spirit. Travel the moon gates at the time of the full moons. That brings you to the Shrine of Spirituality. But that's near Minok. The white stone of spirituality is missing from Dungeon Hythloth. All the earth shall end. So, because the three stones correlate to the three principles and the three main virtues, honesty, which is truth, compassion, which is love, and valor, which is courage, they are, yellow, red, and blue. But then mixed all together, all the virtues together, is white. The absence of all virtue is black, which was initially seen as pride. And that's why there's one town that's destroyed, because it was the city of pride and it's destroyed. And so they've decided to adopt humility instead of pride. The Pirates Pub. Mundane. Why are you walking on two legs, bro? How much health do I have right now? I don't know if I want to be doing this, but... Welcome to the healer. May I serve thee? Oh, I don't have the option yet. Oh, here it is, yeah. Wilt thou give of thy own blood so that another may live? Yes. Thou art strong in the way of virtue. Our boundless gratitude is thine. I think there's also a hotel here anyway. So yeah, see, that takes 100 hit points off. But it's worth doing. The whites... Oh, I already talked to you, didn't I? All you rangers have the same sprite, so... Let's talk to this lady down here. The Great Abyss, the Avatar's aim. My good brother Ramsel set out towards that cursed Eastern Isle, never to return, it seems. So the final dungeon, the Great Abyss, we know that it's somewhere in the east, on an island. It's actually way to the southeast. I'm definitely going to stay at the hotel because I was a little ragged anyway, and there's a ghost in this one. And don't kill the ghost! But I also have, I just gave blood, so... The White Stone, once in Hythloth, is in a mountain cave, far beyond the reaches of men or horses. Okay. I believe that... Oh, yeah, they're supposed to walk over to the beds and go in, but the ghost was blocking me. Yeah, you notice it doesn't replenish all of your health. But it's enough. It's an interesting mechanic where resting replenishes your health, but not all the way. All is not as it may seem. Life is little but a dream. Good for you. Oh, there's a beggar up there. Welcome to the herb shop. Can I help? No, let me get some ash. Give me like 3 of these. There's a reason I'm doing this. 6? Yes. I'm blind. Now, I'm going to give him 7. As long as you overpay, you gain a little virtue. So I'm just buying some of the cheaper ones here. Give me some silk web. I'm not like worried about doing this yet. Like spells, but if I buy a little bit each time and overpay, it's a good way to gain virtue. Let me get that beggar though. Give him money. Oh, what am I doing? I am a hunger artist. Wilt thou offer me gold to abstain from all food? Here you go. Last night a man in black came to watch me starve. He sprinkled the flowers of sulfur on my open sores, and bade me tell no man of the tremor. But thou hast given me gold, and art worthier than he. So that's actually sort of a hint that the tremor spell contains salt. Wait, did he say ash or sulfur? Well, it doesn't matter. It's a hint towards a recipe. Is this the hotel, or yeah? Is there even an equipment shop in Scarabray? I'm starting to think not. Yeah, I don't think there's any equipment shops here. The rune of spirituality is missing, as is the stone. I already have the rune. Let me see something real quick, because I'm just like, what? Yeah, there's no equipment shop at Scarabray. Okay, so where are we gonna go next? I'd like to get the warrior. So from Scarabray, I can go to Trinsic. Oh, wait, hold on, that's Magencia. I can go to Jellum. I can go to Jellum, you, or Minok. We want to go to Jellum. Jellum is both half moons. All right. Oh, get in there, get in there. Oh, no, no, back it up, back it up. I waited too long. All right, Jellum. This is the city of Valor. Welcome to Jellum, the warrior's homestead. Valor is always welcome here. The island shrine requires Valor's rune. I have known but a single defeat when the man in black came. He said his business was none of ours, and felled me with the flat of his sword. Sounds like a dick. I fell in the dungeon Destard, seeking the red stone of valor. I fear I have failed in my quest. I'm gonna give blood. Our boundless gratitude is 9. Okay. And it still leaves me with a good amount of health. And I believe there's a hotel in here anyway. Equipment. Okay. I'm looking for Jeffrey. Or Jeff, or whatever he's called in this version. I think that's him. I am Jeff, soldier of valor. Dost thou fight bravely? Canst thou laugh in the face of certain doom? Yes. I can lend thee the strength of a dozen men. Shall I accompany thee? Yes. Hey, alright, we have a full party. There's still other characters that must join us, and that's why I went for certain characters first. Because if I fill up if I fill it up with a bunch of crappy characters, the other ones will be like, oh wait, not to your higher level. So it's kind of the first 3 that you go to are a certain success. They're certain. So that's why I was like, I want the bard, I want the ranger, and I want the warrior. Everybody else doesn't matter as much. We will get them to join us, but they don't really matter. Alright, so let's see. He joined me at level 3. Let's see what he's got. He's got an axe and he's got leather. So he doesn't have a ranged option right now. Let me see what they have here. They have bows here. That's actually the only ranged option they have. It's 680. I mean, like I said, I could go to another town and get a sling, or I could grind up the money now, 680, and get the bow. I might as well get the bow, especially since Iolo can also use a bow, and getting the other characters. Oh wait, I can't run into enemies when I'm not on the town. We're gonna want to stay still though. The reason is because all the characters being at range like this. Yeah, and Shimino doesn't have a sword. When you're in formation, you're far away, and when you're not in formation, they tend to be closer, and that'll give the characters who don't have ranged weapons time to attack. Or a chance to attack, really. We'll defeat these rogues pretty easily. Alright. Say they're closer. I wasn't super into them either. I did like Blind Guardian a lot, so it was like... That's why I was interested. And they write songs about stuff that I'm interested in, but I kind of thought they were not super great, to be honest with you. Shimino's a little low health right now. That's okay. Yeah, and they only had like 2 albums, so if you're very repetitive over the course of 2 albums, you failed somewhere important. $73, that's not bad. Orcs. Gonna make orc pork. We're speeding it up a little just because it is grinding. Jeff is easily the physically strongest character. Hold on, actually, what am I doing? Alright. Orc pork, oh, baby. $89, not bad. How much money do I have right now? We're at 304? Okay. We need 680, and we need it twice. Wizards and a demon. Alright, casting missile and reflect, okay. Missing an awful lot. Got him. Pulled orc pork. Which honestly sounds like you're just jerking an orc off. One of them cast a spell. I don't know, it might have been Reflect. Nah, he cast Reflect. Alright. Alright, Shamina will kill him here, probably. $74. Alright, I'm gonna go in and stay at the hotel just because my health is running a little low, but... I'll probably stay at the hotel, then give blood. Because... Oh, it's not the hotel. Because, Daryl's a higher level, so he has more health. So it's okay for him to do that. It's only 20 to stay here, so... When she asks you if you want to depart in the morning, she's basically saying, are you continuing the game or are you stopping? Wait, there's a healer to give blood at, right? Was there a healer here? Also, did I ever look in here? Now I have. No, that's... Yeah, there is. Okay. Only the main character gives blood, by the way. See, now he has 300 instead of 400, because the main character is level 4. The, it takes a long time to level up, but there's only 8 levels of experience. Once you get to level 8, you're done. You've leveled up. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got rogues. And if you're ever trying to grind and you're finding the enemies are tough, just find a bridge and stay on the bridge. That way you always get trolls and troll-related enemies. 14? No, 14. $13, that's even worse. It might just be dependent on who opens it. 63, that was better. Okay. Alright, rogues. The rogues are level 3, they're not really that dangerous. They can just hit auto, right? Yeah. Oh, but they're moving forward, never mind. Oh, he just cast a spell, didn't he? Alright. Because I do have some reagents, and Shimino does no missile. That's why I don't always like auto, you get spells sometimes. 23? No. $19? $95. Don't get much better than that. How much does that leave me with? $516. We're getting there. A whole lot of rogues. No, just hit attack. Actually, he probably used up all my reagents at this point with that spell. I didn't buy much. I was just to overpay the guy and get virtue, you know? It's weird that every single reagent seller is blind. I don't know what I just did. There we go. $28. I guess I'll take it. Work. We also need experience. So. Wizards and a demon. 3 wizards and a demon. What is the tower thing south of the town? I think it's Serpent's Hold. Oh, he's got to reflect on. Alright. Remember when the king told us about all those different castles? Oh, wait, that's not Serpent's Hold. That's a lighthouse. 80, not bad. How much is that now? 624. Alright. Yeah, I think it's a lighthouse. If a ship comes by me, I'll visit it. No, you don't get turned into ash. When you die, you just become a ghost, and you just have to have somebody revive you, that's all. There's no, like, worrying about that. You just become a ghost, and you can't fight until you, are revived. Although, if the main character dies, it's a game over. And I'm in a ship that's not near the poison. 26? That might give me enough. Let's see. Nope. We need 30 more. Alright. 4 trolls. No, he casting spells. That's okay. Like I said, I don't have a lot of reagents, so he'll probably run low in that pretty soon. I don't use a lot of magic in this, to be honest with you. It's interesting because in Ultima Exodus, I go almost purely magic with like almost no physical attacks at all, unless I have to. And in this game, I go almost all physical attacks. Hey, EB. What'd you get at the store? Anything good? Oh, no. 9? No. 9 is not enough. Let's try that with somebody else open it. Ooh, I love chicken Caesar salad. No. 9? Really? $20? That's almost enough. I'm gonna need another battle with at least 10 gold to get a bow. Well, it's good that you got chicken Caesar salad, though. That's always good. He's caught me doing a little money grinding here. We basically just started the game, but since I know what to do, I'm kind of rushing through getting certain things, and that's why I have 4 characters already. Understandable, we all need that kind of stuff, right? Need TP for your bunghole, body wash for your bunghole, a curling iron to style your bunghole. So just this old Janine Garofalo joke that I remember. 47. Wait, if I can get this ship to come over here, I can show Moogle. You were interested in the lighthouse. Let me see if I can get this pirate ship to come over here. Oh, he gonna be whacked like that? Here we go. All right. Dildo for your bunghole, yeah. Don't confuse it with the curling iron, it could be disastrous. Exactly, yes. Although late in the game, Taco, you could buy hearts for a character that needs them for a really high amount of money. I saw, you know, it's interesting you mentioned something like that. Like, I saw something that Twitch was trending on Twitter last night, right? What a time to be alive, right? And I'm like, oh no, and I looked at it. Apparently, Twitch has this new rule change where you can show nudity if it's considered artistic. So basically, they're allowing people to show boobs on Twitter now, on Twitch, as long as it's artistic. And I'm just like, that can't end well, right? Alright, I'll let Shamino finish that guy off. He has a sword. Iolo's like, I'm helping! They mean people drawing them? They might mean that, but people have been showing titties, and I'm just like, this isn't gonna be good. I get Twitch trying to branch out and stuff, because I'd prefer they just stick to video games. Here, you were interested in the lighthouse, I'll show you. Oh no, this is a shrine. Oh, never mind. This is the Shrine of Valor, but we don't have the runes, so we can't go in. I forgot that the shrines look like towers. Okay, that's a shrine, then. Oh, Nixies and seahorses, oh my. Oh dear. And some are just like, buy some sex toys. I saw an ad for Manscaped, and it wasn't a streamer or a YouTuber doing a sponsorship. It was an actual ad that ran before a video. And it was wild because it was a guy who had a barber shop, but for balls. And people come in like, yeah, I'm here for a haircut, and be like, all right, take your pants off, right? And he had like and then he like turned to the camera and talk about the products he was using and everything from Manscaped. And then he'd say to his friend, not his friend, his coworker, come here and look at that. And the guy looked at it and he goes, them balls is immaculate. And that's when I just lost my shit. I was like, this motherfucker just looked at them balls is immaculate. Yeah, that's a shrine. No, the dungeons are a little more well hidden than that. We're not going to go to dungeons for a little bit because they're really dangerous. But I'm just like, damn, and I thought YouTubers were a little forward with it at times, but them balls is immaculate. I'm here for a haircut. Yep, okay, take your pants off. I really don't like fighting sea creatures, but because you don't get money for it. Alright. Let's buy a bow. I'll give it to Shamino. Ball toner. I mean, ball deodorant, I got no issues with that. That should exist. Everybody should use it. If you don't put deodorant on your balls, what the fuck? Right? What the fuck? If you have balls, put deodorant on your balls, please. Everybody will thank you. But, yeah, I don't know what ball toner is. Alright, so I'm going to get the bow. Yep. For Shamino. Alright, and I'm going to want to get a bow for, I think Jeff can use just about any weapon there is because he's a warrior. Let me check. Okay, the bow, yeah, he could use it. He can't use the +1 bow. So, basically, the best ranged weapon that Jeff could use is a crossbow. Baby powder is a deodorant, technically speaking, because it deodorizes. Oh, let me stay at the hotel real quick. Am I going to Google ball toner to find out what it does and then, like, have to worry about targeted advertisement for a while? I'm not going to worry. Who cares, right? Ball toner. It brings Manscaped right up. Crop Reviver. Ball toner and refresher. It's a spray. This ball spray toner is just what the doctor ordered for your buds below. Its soothing aloe and witch hazel extracts keep your high friction areas cool, calm, and protected after a good shave. Oh, it's aftershave. Okay. Okay. It's aftershave. I get it. That's cool. Because if you're into shaving that area, personally, I don't talk about what I do down that area, except for the deodorant thing. Everybody should do that. But anything else is information you don't need. I'm going to give blood, because I can sacrifice 100 health, right? Yeah, easily. But if you're shaving it, yeah, aftershave. That makes sense, actually. I'm into that. Okay, I get you. Mogul, I was just talking about how I'm not saying whether I do or don't because I don't feel it's information that anybody needs or wants. And then Mogul's like, I don't. 70s bush down there. Alright, give blood. Okay, cool. So that should leave me with, what, 288 health? Oh, 293. Okay, cool. I don't know, I thought 88. How much money do I have? Not a lot, so we're going to have to grind up another 680 so that Jeff has a bow. And then I'm pretty happy with the equipment for a while because everybody will have a ranged option and a melee option. Yes, absolutely, 100%. The pH balance gets way off when you do that shit. Actually, the only character without a bow then will be Iolo, because I think he... What does he have, a sling? I think Iolo has a sling. I might want to hang around to get him a bow as well. That way everybody's on equal footing with range damage. Right? I think we'll do that. Because Iolo started with a sling. I'm just going to manipulate the chest as best I can. 48? Alright. Yes! Okay, so the paladin's name in the game is Dupre, but when you pick the paladin, you don't actually play as Dupre because you could still run into Dupre in the city of Sternzig. So I was like, let's name him, and everybody was coming up with names, and Sarah said, the Easter Bunny's brother Daryl, and I just like, yes, that's the one. That's the exact one that we're doing. Alright, so we got a whole lot of trolls here. The Easter Bunny's brother, Daryl. Yeah, swords do decent damage no matter what. Let's see if we can do better than 34. Oh wait, alright. $39? Alright, I'll take it. It's better. We got pythons. It's a programming language. Let Jeff do it himself, he's powerful. Alright. Here we go. $96! Very cool. Alright, we've got rogues. Oh, I hate when they do that. Alright. Yeah, I think I will get 2 more bows. Because then everybody will be on equal footing. Crossbows and +1 and +2 bows, and well, there's only +1. They're better, but for early game, having a bow is pretty great. 21? Nah, I want more than that. Nine is worse. Thanks, it's my dude. Oh my god, that's funny, though. Why is your grandma so extra? Bro, if you're cooking, like, a nice roast chicken, and you say, damn, that smells good, and she says it's her douche, alright, I'm just not gonna get one. Like, what the fuck, right? Why does it smell like roast chicken, then, grandma? Like, what are you doing? But that's so funny regardless. Oh, Daryl, why you missing, bro? Yeah, I'm not too concerned with getting the other characters yet, but we will have to get them all. 27. Alright, we got trolls. See, to that, I would reply, well, I like cookies, though. Right? All 7 slip. Oh, that's real. You ain't gotta say it, but that's real. No, I refuse to accept 5 gold. Eat my ass, dude. 5? Really? No. I said I refuse. I don't put up with that shit, 5 gold. Fuck you. 43, I'll take that. 5. That's an insult. Wow, demons and wizards, okay. Just gotta watch those reflect spells. A mom and pop dildo store. Oh, he's got reflect. Alright. Alright, reflect wore off. Alright, we got it. The real circle of life. The O-ring of life. Bro. 99, that's the maximum you can get. How much money do I have right now? 383, we're getting there. How you tell your kid to buy you a vibrator, though, right? Like, yo, she got some chutzpah. Chutzpah. Some frijoles. $17? That ain't good. $89, I'll take that. Alright, we got wizards. And they're at close range, which is good. Oh, wizards and swords don't mix. Because everybody is currently using a sword, it's just they don't all have bows. You really don't need the very best equipment until endgame. Once you have 4 characters with bows and swords, as long as you have 4 characters that can use both bows and swords, you're pretty set for a while. And you can save up money for a key, and a sextant, and other things that you're going to need. Yeah, like, cash that shit out, right? So she could take a few months off and then retire, right? But the thing is, your grandma, like, if your grandma took a few months off and got paid for it before she retired, she'd probably, like, take a fucking second job at Walmart or something during the time. 84, that's really good. She'd be, like, working at Walmart or McDonald's or something just to do something. She'd be on Twitch, cursing people out. There's a thought, right? Alright. After I get the bows and everything, I think the next thing would be to go to Britain and see if anybody can level up. And also to, I guess, just plan out our next bit. But we'd want to go to Britain. How much money do I got? I have 652. Alright. A wizard and a couple of skeletons? That's not so bad at all. That's easy, actually. I mean, I'm going to give Jeff a bow before I give Yola one, because Yola has a ranged option where Jeff does not. It's so weird the way that they swap some of the genders. Like in the PC version, the Tinker is a woman named Julia, and the Tinker becomes a man named Julius in this version. And I think the Mage was different. In this, the Mage is a woman named Mariah. I think on the PC, the Mage might have been a guy. What am I doing? YOLO! YOLO! 32, I'll take it. I think it gives me enough, actually. Let me see. It gives me enough to buy the bow. Not enough to stay at the inn, but... Mariah like the wind. Mariah like she coming for you around Christmas time. Extra festive. Alright, yo, give me that bow, bro. Yeah, and that's gonna be for Jeffrey. Leaves me with almost no money, but that's okay. I'm gonna ready that bow. Alright. The Wind is Named Mariah is a song from Paint Your Wagon. The fact that Paint Your Wagon exists and is not a joke from The Simpsons, and it is like what it was on The Simpsons, is wild. Alright, we got wizards. So we're gonna save up enough for a another bow. But for Iolo. We'll sell the sling. I'll sell it at a discount so we can get Virtue. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to go to Britain for 2 reasons. One was because I wanted to heal and to check on Virtue is the other reason. So we'll head to Britain. Yeah, level up and check on Virtue. Alright, we got a bunch of trolls and an Etten randomly in there. Well, I meant just that it was a musical, really. I love that Homer's like, paint your wagon with blood, I hope. And then it's a musical. 50? I'll take 50. Alright, we got a whole lot of trolls. He was extremely drunk. Wouldn't you be? If you had to be in a movie like that? That's like Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo were drunk almost for the entirety of filming Super Mario Brothers, because why wouldn't they be? Right? Okay. 11? No, I refuse to accept that. $33? Eh. I'll take 33 gold. Hella trolls. Oh my god. They're like, hey, if you do our movie, you can be drunk the whole time. Sign me up, Pilgrim. I don't know why he became John Wayne. My health is getting a little on the low side too, but I'm not like concerned with it just yet. As long as nobody dips below 150, I'm cool, you know. You've made an insane amount of progress in a very small amount of time, so... Like I said, this game could be insanely long if you don't know what you're doing. No. If you do know what you're doing, it's not that long at all, to be honest. Alright, I guess I'm taking 26. He could have been in an actually good movie, but... Well, I guess you didn't say it was bad, you just said it was insane. Is Paint Your Wagon a good movie, or is it just crazy? Because there's like... When you say a movie is insane, there's like sort of 3 different insanes. Like, whenever June says this movie was insane, I said, good insane, bad insane, or insane insane? $30? Yeah, whatever. I'm getting a lot of health. I wonder if it's worth it when we go back to Britain. Should we... Should we try to Moongate there, or should we try to... Hey, Hitomi. Oh, I don't think I messaged you, but hey, you found me anyway. How's it going? Do you I wonder if it's worth it to try and Moongate back to Britain, or should we sail there? It's a long journey by sail. And I don't like fighting enemies on the sea because you don't get money for it. 17? I refuse to accept that. Bro, stop giving me 17 gold. Give me, like, a lot more than that. Oh, that actually dismisses the chest completely? Bro. Shimino, please give me a lot of money. Hey, 64! Nintendo 64! Oh my god! Oh, pythons and rats, oh my. Your sleep schedule has been fucked for like a while. And I know that at first it was because you're in California now. And your head is still on Japan time. But it's been so long that I gotta think that... Have you considered that something else might be going on there? How much money do I have? 302? Okay, we're about halfway there. But yeah, like I said, once you have... If you have 4 characters that all have bows and swords, you're good for a while. You don't have to worry about weapons and stuff for, like, a while. There's no reason to sit there and grind up for crossbows and axes and all this crazy shit until towards the end of the game when you would want to get, like, the best weapon that each character can possibly have. And by the way, for the main character, it doesn't matter. Because he's going to get the sword and armor of paradise. Or he or she, depending on who you're playing. Yeah, I'm just wondering, because you've been there so long in California. I'm just wondering, like, if there's something else going on sleep schedule-wise, you know? I'm just concerned, that's all. Alright, got these wizards. 46, that ain't bad at all. Skeleton. Wait, hold on. There's a wizard in there. Get him before he starts casting Reflect on everybody. I guess, though, as long as you get enough sleep, that's what really matters, right? EB, did you hear my question? Oh, I don't. That was a lot of money. I guess not. A sleep diary. I think my mom was supposed to do that. And she told the doctor, no. Oh, I asked, like, because I was asking about Paint Your Wagon, because you've seen it. Is it good, is basically... Because you say it's insane, and there's good insane, there's bad insane, and then there's just insane. I'm just wondering which flavor of insane it is. When it comes to movies, that could mean a lot of things. 27. It's not good? Alright, cool. That's all I needed to know. Yeah, but Mom was going through, you know, like a lot of insomnia. It really does run in my family. My sister is insomniac, I'm insomniac, my mom's insomniac. And, she went to a sleep specialist, and he told her, you should keep a sleep diary, and she's just, nah, I'm not doing that. I mean... It's interesting because so many actors can sing, because it's sort of like, even if you never plan to be in a musical, to be a major actor, you're kind of expected to have a range of talents, you know? With Clint Eastwood, he can direct very well, so it's not like acting is the only thing he's got going on. But it's always funny when an actor can't sing at all. I remember, 5? No, I refuse. Y'all remember that movie, School of Rock, right? one of the little girls in that couldn't sing, and that was like a minor plot point where she said she wanted to sing, and Jack Black's just like, all right, let's hear it, and she sings, and it's just fucking terrible. She's just, it's never gonna happen, and he's just trying to figure out how to tell this little girl no in a nice way, or she's not gonna like cry or something. But anyway, apparently the little girl that played her could sing. Oh, just cast Reflect, really. And oh, we got it. Okay. She had to be trained on how to sing badly, because apparently if you're a good singer and you know how to sing, you don't know how to sing badly. So I think that's pretty funny. $89. That I definitely have enough, right? Let's see. We have more than enough to not only get the bow, but we can stay at the hotel, and I could give blood and get use up some of the health that I'm going to gain back. And then we'll head to Britain. We will check our virtue, heal up, and see if anybody gets any level ups. So let's give me this bow, and that is going to be for Iolo. Alright, no. Alright, let's ready the bow. I don't know why it's called ready and not equip, but... And I'm going to sell his sling. So you're offering me 45, so I'll take 40 for it. If you take less, it helps you with virtue. If you take more, you can get more. Like, I probably could have gotten 50, right? But that lowers your virtue. Alright, let me see. I want to get to Britain, but I don't really want to take the ship there, because it would be a very long... Like, a really fucking long trip. So let's see. From Jellum, let's see. Where's Jellum? Britain, Jellum. I could get to Scarabray, Magincia, or Moonglow. And then Moonglow can go to Britain. So we'll go to Moonglow. Moonglow is... Actually, there's a good reason to go to Moonglow. Because Moonglow is New Moon. And if you go to double new moons, that's when you can get the, what you call it? The black stone, which is not in a dungeon. It's the only stone that's not in a dungeon. Well, actually, there's 2 stones that are not in dungeons. Skeletons! But yeah, back in the day, even today to a certain extent, but back in the day, if you're an actor, you were expected to be able to either sing or dance or do something other than just acting. So Jellum is one of the half moons. I forget which. What? No, cast. I almost did the Ultima 3 thing there. Yeah, that wasn't a lot of money, but speed this up a bit. It's the other full moon, or other half moon. Alright, we got wizards. It's the RPG where standing still does not stop you from running into enemies. Alright, 2 of them cast Reflect. Fighter, Paladin, Tinker, Mage, Bard, Priest, Ranger, Alchemist. There's no Alchemist and there's no Priest. There is a Fighter, a Bard, correct. There's also a Paladin, which my main character is. There's Ranger. There's also Mage, Shepherd, Tinker, and oh, he's still got that Reflect on. He's spamming Reflect, so I'm trying to think. Well, here, let me look through this. So Moonglow is... Let's see. Moonglow is the mage. Brittain is the bard. Jellum is the warrior. Yu is the druid. Minok is the tinker. Trinsic is the... what do you call him? The paladin that I'm playing as. Scarabray is the ranger. Majinsi is the shepherd. While I'm in Moonglow, I'll try to oh my god, really? This is what we got to do. Got him. All right. I'll try to get the mage to join me. All right, we're almost there. Okay, there it is. Whoa! All right, that's fine. We got 3 trolls and an Etten. So we're gonna want to go in on the last moon cycle, which will bring me to Moonglow. Now, the thing about Moonglow is because Moonglow is the new moon. If you go in double new moons, it's basically telling you to go to Moonglow, so you warp to the same location. But you want to do that at least once, and then search the location to get the black stone. There's 8 stones, obviously. 6 of them are in dungeons. The white stone, I think, is in one of the castles, and the black stone, you have to just go through the moon gates. The PC version hates the player a lot less than the SNES version, though. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Go. Alright, let's go into the town. Talk to people and such. This is Moonglow. And we'll see if Mariah will join us. Also, I think there's a rune in here, too. Welcome to Moonglow, city of honesty and magic. Okay, Mariah's up here. Let me talk to her. I am Mariah, both adventurous and sorceress, and I am so weary of this place. Art thou on a noble quest? Yes. Might I accompany thee? Yes. Okay, she's joined us. Cool. She'll stay at Brittain, though. I'm not actually going to use her, so I don't use magic a lot in this, but yeah. Let us meet in the Castle Britannia's hostel. Alright, I think right around here somewhere is the rune. I want to say it's around here somewhere. There it is, the Rune of Honesty. Just a few steps south of Mariah. Wait on the cape across the bridge. The gate appears when the left moon wanes. Dost thou see it? Canst thou see it? No. The Rune of Honesty, 3 steps south. Well, I just got it, so I guess I did see it. Whoa, this wizard dude schmovin'. Honesty Shrine lies in an island to the north. Seek first the rune, then the blue stone of honesty, which lies in the dungeon of deceit. I'm not gonna heal here. I'll wait till we get to Brittain, but a lie is never better than the truth. Dost thou strive always to be honest? I think you're supposed to say no. No, never mind. Alright. That is good. There's one of them where it's somebody asks you if you always tell the truth, and you're supposed to say no. Thou must learn to be ashamed of the untruths thou dost tell. Art thou content with anything less than the unblemished truth? No. No, see? It seems like no is the right answer, but it's yes for him. Honesty is derived only from truth. The way it's worded, I think it's a translation error. Because this game, even though it's an American game, it was developed in Japan. The NES port. I am Basil, and I've got a secret. And wouldn't ye like to know? No, not worry. Oh, this is Spells Unlimited. Welcome to Spells Unlimited, Britannia's leading magic book service. Ever been here before? No. All magic depends on the 8 reagents, so thou canst use a magic spell only if that spell's recipe appears in thy magic book. Here at Spells Unlimited, we can write any known spell in thy magic book. Come by whenever thou hast learned the ingredients of a new spell. Alright, so we know Reflect. I have it written down here. So Reflect is ash, ginseng, garlic, and fungus. It is done. The Reflect spell requires 20 magic points in its casting. Now, Tremor, we learned ash, but I don't know the rest. I could just look it up, though. Right? Where's my magic? Let's see. Tremor's a really good spell. That's what I want to... Let's see. The castle's dungeon. Spells. Okay, so Tremor... Where's Tremor? I don't see it on here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's Ash, Moss, and Manroot. Alright, so now we have the Tremor spell. Not that I have Manroot. Manroot's really rare. Requires 40 points of magic in its casting. Come again soon. Don't tell me when to come. Here's the healer. I don't think I would have enough for him to ask me to give blood. No, okay. No patience to talk to. Alright, let's look around a little bit more, though. See if there's any beggars or anything. I am a fortune teller. Wouldst thou care to know thy fortune? Sure. A great quest shall lead thee into the abyss, where the codex awaits. Yeah, I knew that. Hast thou been to Spells Unlimited? Yes. The magic of sleep is made from ginseng and silkweb. Alright, let's go right back there and do that. Ginseng and silkweb is sleep. Not a super useful spell, but we'll get it in our book. Sleep? Okay. Alright, so silkweb, ginseng. There we go. 10 magic points to cast it. Some people might find use of the sleep spell. I don't know. I don't find it particularly useful. Not like Tremor. Spend a little bit of money here just to get virtue. Here, give me some ash. I'll give her 5. There might be a cooldown on that too, so I'm not going to go crazy. But yeah, I don't, to be honest with you, Moogle, I don't think that the PC version would hate the player more than the SNES version. The SNES version's terrible. Alright, so I'm going to want to go in at double new moons, basically when it first appears to get the stone, and then we'll wait for it to appear again to get to Bertane. Bertane is the second, it's the crescent moon. So basically you would think, well, why would you want to warp from Moonglow to Moonglow? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? There's only 2 places where it's double moons. The double new moon and the double full moon. The double full moon won't take you from Minok to Minok. But it will take you to the Shrine of Spirituality. In this case, though, it doesn't take you to a shrine. It takes you right here. But you get the black stone out of it, which we need to beat the game. We got demons and wizards. And other bands that are no longer around. Like Iced Earth. Wouldn't it be amazing if Iced Earth just went on without him? I guess that would be Charred Walls of the Damned, though, right? I'd rather listen to Charred Walls of the Damned any day than that chud shit, though. Oh, fuck you casting Reflect 4. Alright, let's... That's so annoying. I might be able to hit him now. Nope. Alright, we got it, Iced Earth, it's not a bad name for a band, but it's nowhere near as cool as Charred Walls of the Damned. By the way, Alice, do you know where the name Charred Walls of the Damned came from? It's really funny. Alright, we're getting there. Double Crescent, and alright, we got pythons and rats. Charred Walls of the Damned. Yeah, every adventure game or RPG has to have giant rats in it, right? But are they bad rats? Well, we're fighting them, aren't they? This game's nowhere near as bad as Bad Rats, though. This game's actually good. Bad Rats is a piece of shit game. 29. All right, go in, go in, go in. Search. And there's the Stone of Black. Unfortunately, I have to wait for the Moon Gate to reappear. But that's okay. So we got 3 wizards and a demon here. Yeah, so Chardwall's the name of the band came from, so obviously Richard Christie's the drummer in that band, because he was in Iced Earth for like a while. Band kind of fell apart without him, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. He left Iced Earth specifically to work on the Howard Stern Show. Because as much as he loves drumming and heavy metal and all this stuff... Yep, exactly. His true love is comedy, and one thing that he always did as a kid was prank call these radio stations, and they had a show called Tradio, which is this weird sort of like swap shop sort of thing where people can call in to do eBay over the radio, basically, right? Where it was, or Craigslist is more appropriate because it's local, because it's radio, where you could buy things, sell things, swap things, whatever the hell, right? So one person would call in and say, I'm selling some chickens, and then this other person would call and say, I want to buy them chickens, and then the radio station would put them in touch or whatever, right? And for whatever reason, though, like all of these Tradio and swap and shop shows on the radio all have a very strong Christian element to them. So the people, wow, 99. So the people that run them are really naive, and they don't deal well with being pranked if they even realize they're being pranked. A lot of times they don't. So Richard and Sal were doing the Tradio prank calls, selling all kinds of crap that doesn't exist or whatever, you know, like selling jars of piss and stuff like that. And because they're Christians, they can't just curse them out or whatever. So they decided to load up rebuke.exe and run that program. So that, yeah, exactly, that kind of shit, you know? And they decided to actually put aside, like they hadn't even called, they just decided to put aside some time on the radio to rebuke Richard and Sal and anybody who laughed at it, too. Anybody who thought it was funny was also caught in the rebuke. And basically they said that if you do prank calls to radio stations, or if you find prank calls to radio stations funny, then you are going to hell. And they don't want you to go to hell. They want you to go to heaven, right? So you need to, you know, find Jesus, obviously, because nobody that's a Christian would ever, you know, do a prank call or laugh at a prank call. Yeah, I rebuke thee. Exactly, that kind of crap. So the one thing that there was this woman and this guy, and they were both talking sort of back and forth. And the thing that the guy said that was really funny was, we want you to be in heaven with us, seated at the table of the Lord in the feast of the shepherd, and not in hell, putting your nails in the charred walls of the damned. And Howard Stern's reaction to that was like, where did they come up with this shit, charred walls of the damned, you know? And then Richard's like, that'd make a good band name, though. And then he actually made a band called Charred Walls of the Damned, and their first album was called Charred Walls of the Damned. And I'm just like, I can't believe he went ahead and did that. Alright, there's the Moon Gate. Wait, go. Alright, that puts us right next to Brittain. Let's stop in here first, obviously. Let's see how we're doing on the 8 virtues. We had quite the adventure. We've recruited 4 of the 7 characters. Mariah's hanging out in the hostel. We fought a lot of monsters. We gave gold to the poor. We gave blood. We did a bunch of things. So let's see how we're doing. Honesty, we are progressing well, so we're still at base level. Valor, we are... Wow, we're already maxed out in Valor? Did I really fight that many enemies? Worthy of Avatar... No, this isn't maxed out, is it? There's one more. Well, this is maxed out as far as he's concerned. Worthy of Avatarhood. The next step is attained partial Avatarhood, which requires you to pray at the shrine until you get that. So, yeah, that's what you need the runes for, to pray at the shrines. Go forth and seek. Okay, so Valor. All right, let me write that down. Okay. Valor, ready for shrine. Okay. I'm surprised. I said we made a lot of progress very quickly. Okay, let's see. Sacrifice. We're still at base level. The guy in the red robe. Wait, what? Are you talking about in the game or in the art? Oh, I see. Oh, the game's not aligned properly, is it? Let me fix that. How does shit like this happen? Move it up slightly. That fixed it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Spirituality progressing well. Okay. Compassion progressing well. Valor is the easiest one to raise. So. Justice progressing well. Honor. Worthy of avatarhood and honor already? Wow, dude. Okay. Alright, hold on. Honor. Ready for shrine. Go forth and seek the blessing of its shrine. Let's see. And humility. Progressing very well. That's a little bit higher than base. Very cool. Alright, let's get healed and see if anybody can get a level up. I'm sure at least 1 or 2 characters are going to level up at this point. I'm actually shocked at how much progress was made already. That's amazing. Daryl, I am well pleased with thy progress. Thou art now level 5. Experience more. Iolo, I am well pleased with thy progress. Thou art now level 4. Experience more. Shimino, I am well pleased with thy progress. Thou art now level 4. Experience more. Jeff, I am well pleased with thy progress. Thou art now level 4. Experience more. Alright, let's get healed. There we go. That puts us at... Yeah, alright, so main character is level 5, everybody else is level 4. We could real quick visit Mariah. You know? There's no reason not to. How much money do I have, by the way? 514. Okay, we're going to start saving up money for the key. We're going to need that key. There's so many places you can't go until you have a key. I'm just going to visit her. I'm not going to have her join me, but here she is. Mariah, remember me? Shall I join thee? No. Perhaps another time. See? Like I said, that's where the characters you're not using hang out. Which will be, whatever, 3 characters max. Because the character that matches the same class that you're using, you can't join them. Better than Dragon Quest Key. Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, wait, so Valor and Honor. Do I have either of those runes? Let me see. Let me check my runes. I have Honesty, Compassion, Honor, and Spirituality. So we actually can attain Avatarhood in Honor right now. Let me see about that. Alright. Runes, stones, quest items. Let me see. Where are the where's the Shrine of Honor? Southwest from Trinsic, surrounded by poison pits and mountains. Okay, I can do that. So, we're actually not far from Trinsic anyway. I mean, we started in the beginning by walking from Trinsic to, yeah. The only thing is, I don't think you could walk to that shrine. I think you have to take a ship to it. No, okay, you could walk through it, but you have to walk through poison. I don't have the cure spell, do I? Let me see. Oh, I do have cure. Alright, what are the reagents for cure? I want to make sure that I have the cure spell ready to go in case I get poisoned. Let's see. Alright, hold on. Spells, right? cure is ginseng and moss. Okay. So I basically want to buy some ginseng and some moss, right? Herbs. I have 8 ginseng and 8 moss. I'm good to go. Never mind. All right. You do start off with a good amount. Let me bring up my map here real quick. Oh, we attacked by the wizards. We might as well start with the Avatar Hood shit, right? Why not? We do have to walk through 2 squares of poison to get to the shrine, and then 2 squares of poison to get out of the shrine. There's a way to get to the shrine without going through poison, but it just requires a ship. I think I'll try to take the ship, actually, right? I'll probably try to catch a ship there. I don't know, then you're not getting money from encounters. Yeah, I'd rather have to use the spells than anything. And going through poison, it's kind of a luck-based thing whether or not you get poisoned by, Oh, real quick, let me pop in here. I want to give this guy a coin. Dude, face upwards. No reason to not do it, right? It helps. That's a lot of wizards. That's hella wizards. I mean, hitting level 5 after just a few hours and, you know, and making all that progress, it's just, like I said, I remember playing this game for hours and hours as a kid and just never really making a whole lot of progress, you know? This is one of the games that I would love to do a challenge run of for YouTube, but the challenge run for Ultima 4 would be, let me know what you guys think of this, the solo shepherd run. To start as the shepherd, the worst class, and to not recruit anybody else. And to try to finish the game. Were wizards in a Ralph Bakshi movie? Well, there were only 2 wizards in that, right? So that's completely true. Hold on, where am I? Where is it that there's a forest? Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm further north than I thought I was, aren't I? Alright, no, I know exactly where I am. We can cut through this. Alright, we got Ettins and Trolls. Yeah, right, yeah, I think it's doable. The thing about it is, though, your ranged attack is going to be stuck at Sling for the entire game. You will get the Sword of Paradise for melee weapons once you become Avatar. But there's no, like, super ranged weapon that you get for being Avatar. You just get the sword and the armor. So you're going to be stuck at, like, doing 10 damage at a time from ranged attacks. Unless you lean heavily on spells. And in that case, she's not great at spells. She's really not great at it. So I think doing it with Katrina and doing it alone is a healthy challenge. They look like buttheads. Yeah, man, they look cool. Yeah. One of the dungeons is in there, but I'm not going to that right now. Alright. Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Oh, if I... Oh, damn. Oh, liches? Ooh, liches already, huh? That's the thing about leveling up. Shit. The liches, they're not hard to kill. They just, they have some nasty spells. Ice? That's not too bad. Alright. If I could have gotten that ship on that side there, that would have taken me right there. If the ship's still there, I'll try to snag it, but... Because if I get the ship on the other side where it's easier to get one, you're kind of going all the way around, you know? Alright, him, and him. Yeah, running into liches kind of quickly. Oh, energy. Energy does a lot of damage, and it also creates that field of damaging lava. Standing in it doesn't damage you, but walking in it does. I find it to be a very good spell. 7th Saga Vanilla US version, that would be a challenge, you're right. But I'm definitely thinking of the 2 Ultimate games on NES. Well, there's 3 of them, but the 2 good ones. And I'm thinking for this game, the challenge would be Katrina solo. And for Ultimate Exodus, it would be no magic. Yeah, it is kind of like a Live Alive thing. Well, no, actually, no. Standing on it in Live Alive hurts you. Oh, there's a ship, but it's on the other side. Oh, well. Well, actually, that's still where I want it to be. Hold on. Let me get this shit. Come here. Quickly, before our enemy gets me. Alright, cool. Alright, 2 pirates and, like, 6 rogues. Yeah, alright, we can avoid getting poisoned and take a very short boat ride instead of a very long boat ride. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let me bring up the thing so you can see what I'm talking about. So here's the world map. Here's where I am, and here's where the ship is. To get to the shrine, I just have to sail it south, go around here, boom, shrine. If I was to get the shrine here, I would have had to sail all the way down, cut through here, and then go up this way. And it would be a lot of battles in the ship where you don't get money. You get experience, but you don't get money. There's no guarantee we'll get Avatar Hood right away in this shrine, but we'll see. What's interesting, though, about this game is you start off with good numbers in every virtue, and then it's later on that, like, so it's easy to raise it up to those high levels, but you might screw up. The game is, like, basically putting you at good levels right away where you have room to fuck up. You can slide backward. Because you might not know don't attack monsters that taunt you, right? You might not know that running from a battle where you're, you know, instead of dying is going to lower your valor. Or that, you know, answering questions not exactly the way the game wants you to is going to do it. Is going to lower it. Or when a beggar asks you for money and then tells you an obvious lie, you're still supposed to give him the coin. You may think, that's not right to give him the coin, he's a liar, you know? That's not the way the game works. I guard the Shrine of Honor. Enter in peace, friend. So he let me in because I have the rune. Welcome to the Shrine of Honor. Speak now unto the Ankh. For how many cycles dost thou meditate? 3. Darrell is deep in meditation before the Ankh. Thou hast now achieved partial avatarhood in the virtue of honor. Alright, cool. That's very cool. So honor, partial avatarhood. Okay, let's write that down. And you can actually see that if you go to status. You see that line there? that line on the right side, that white line, that represents honor. In each thing that you get Avatar Hood adds more white until it is the shape of an Ankh. Okay, so we also can probably get partial Avatar Hood in Valor. The only thing about Valor is I do not currently have the rune. Let me see. Where's the rune of Valor again? I don't remember. Valor. Let's see. Honesty, compassion, valor. Oh, it's in Jellum? Oh, you need the key. Okay, so we're not going to do that for a bit. Way more understandable than Energy Breaker. It's not even close. Let me just get back on land in a place where I'm not going to get poisoned. Like right here would be fine. Alright. I'm not too far from Trinsic, so we can stop in there. We got a whole bunch of demons and some liches as well. So 4 demons and 2 liches. Yeah, I didn't understand that game. I wanted to like it. It seemed cool, but there's certain games that you can't just pick up and play without having like a lot of documentation. And if that documentation doesn't exist in a language that you're able to read, then you're kind of shit out of luck. But from what I saw on the forums there is that even the people who translated it weren't able to get past the first area, which is wild to me. How do you test the translation then? A lot of the runes do require keys, so we're going to just keep building up money. At the current time, we have 742 gold, so we're like almost halfway there. So let's see. Let me stop in the town. We'll stop in Trinsic. No reason not to. I think there's at least a beggar here somewhere, right? Perhaps not. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything I can do in town to raise my virtue. Oh, you can see that field is looking different, but we already got the rune that's there, you know? Yeah, it's like a typical Ultima thing. Not every town has everything that you need. Okay. So let's see. What are the runes that I can get that I haven't gotten now? We got Honesty. We've got Compassion. Jellum, you need a key. Or rather, Valor, you need a key. Justice, you need a key. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is a tough one because you have to go through damage force. That requires us to go to Minok. We might as well just try and do that. Let's try and get the sacrifice rune, and while we're there, we'll try to recruit. Julius. So let's see. Being intrinsic, I can get to Magincia, Moonglow, or Brittain. I'm trying to. How do I get to? I can get from Minok from Brittain. I might also just be able to walk there, right? Isn't Minok just north of... Give me a second here. Where is Minok on the map? Isn't it just kind of like not too far from Brittain? I actually don't see it. I see a dungeon there, I see a dungeon there, because it's in the mountains. Dungeon. Oh, it's all the way up there? That's quite a walk, but let's do it because we need to grind money, right? Let's do that. We'll stop in Brittain along the way. I guess no reason to stop and pause since I don't have the... we got headlesses. First time running into them. I don't have a key, so there's nothing I can do in pause, unfortunately. Jeff, you can't be missing like that. Oh my god, missing! It's okay, Daryl's in the least amount of danger. It's quite a while. I'm gonna walk there instead of taking moon gates. So I think when you rely on the moon gates too much, you're not getting money. And you're not experiencing the world either. I believe, and please somebody, if you know that I'm wrong on this, please correct me. I believe the dungeons in this game you don't need to light up. I believe that that's something you don't have to worry about. So when we do the dungeons, we don't have to worry about torches or spells to light things up. 10. That's pretty bad, but alright. Yeah, because Minoc's in a pretty mountainous region. A lot of liches and one demon. The good thing is at this range, I don't think that they're likely to use energy too much. Ice is pretty nasty, but because then they would have to walk through it, the energy field, to get to me. And I can just stand there pelting them. Also, since I'm coming by Britain, I can get healed there. Not that I really need healing right now, but we can top our health off for the long journey to get to Minoc. Alright, 17. Yeah, I'm gonna take the long walk there. When I was a kid, I didn't play it. Oh, I see gazers. All right, let's take them on first. The gazers can shoot at you, while the headless, I believe, cannot. Gazers are, let's be real, they're beholders. Right? Beholders with the serial numbers filed off. Yeah, exactly. There's a few things they changed, like the Balrogs are called Balrons because they ran into trouble with the Tolkien estate. The Beholders are called Gazers because they ran into trouble with Gary Gygax. Oh god, put him to sleep. That's not good. Look at the sprite of my main character, Daryl, being asleep. It looked like he got no pants. Alright, that's all of the gazers. Yeah, so there are certain enemies where their names are changed. Some of them very slightly. Balrog to Balron. Orcs, they didn't change. I think Orc became so ubiquitous, it's in everything, that... Oh yeah, he was a huge knob. Yeah. That I think you're just allowed to do orcs in your fantasy stuff without worrying about it because everybody does it, and it's like... It's just sort of becomes sort of a public domain idea, you know? Especially since you could make the argument that Tolkien came up with the word orc, but he didn't come up with the concept of an orc. He just came up with the name. Let's give this guy some money. And there's a healer here, right? Yeah. Give blood. You can also give blood more than once if you... I think you can't go below 200, though. Let me see. Yeah. The linguistic root of orc predates it. But he was the one that took it to mean goblin. I believe if you go back into the nether regions of Norse mythology, you can find orch, which means demon, but that's as far as it goes. Okay, honesty, we're doing well, okay. Oh, I asked about that already, sorry. Valor, worthy of avatarhood, okay. Sacrifice, progressing well, okay. Spirituality, progressing well. Compassion, progressing very well. Yeah, the game started... I like the fact that the game starts you off with good numbers, not only because it gives you a buffer where you can screw up and not be in a complete hole, but it's almost like the game has faith in you. Justice, progressing well. Honor, attain partial avatarhood, we know that. Guard well the virtue. When he says guard well the virtue, he's basically warning you, yes, you can lose that status. And humility, progressing very well. Okay. He's basically telling you, you have avatarhood in that virtue. Don't fuck up. Because if you do something that's dishonorable, you'll lose honor, and then you'll have to regain it by getting the levels back up and praying at the shrine again. If you ever use the Skull of Mundane, all of your virtue stats go down to 0. Oh, yellow leveled up. Yellow's now level 5. Okay, I didn't expect that, actually. And we're healed. Alright, like I said, it's a bit of a trek to get to Minot from here, but I'm willing to take the trek. And there's a lot of wide open world where if you just stick to the moon gates and the 8 cities of virtue and the dungeons and shrines, there's a lot of the map of this you just won't see. But yeah, it's not so much that the name orc predates it, it's that it was derived from orch. So we're just gonna go straight up north. Alright. Demons and wizards. Well, wizards and one demon. It's a coven of wizards and their pet demon. Why are you missing, Jeff? Missing in this is random. It has nothing to do with stats. It's not like the last game where you had to raise your dexterity. As a matter of fact, your stats in this are derived solely from your level and your class. So, like, you could never make a warrior like Jeff good at magic. As a matter of fact, if you notice, he has 0 magic points. Now, when you become the Avatar, you automatically get 99 magic points. So that means if you're the warrior, you can cast any spell. Doesn't mean they're going to do a lot of damage. Cool. Yeah, it's not quite like Elder Scrolls. We're going to go this way. There's a dungeon up in those mountains, but... And there's a river surrounded by poison and by woods. We're going to go around the woods. And we're going to run into a bunch of wizards and their pet demon. The one character that's good at everything is Shimino. Shimino's stats are equal across the board. He does everything. The reason that Dupre, or the main character as a paladin, is better is because while your dexterity is not going to be as high as Shimino, your attack and your magic are better. and that matters more. Also, the Paladin has better starting equipment. And a way more favorable starting location because you can walk to pause or Britain pretty easily. Whereas if you start at Scouterbrae, you're stuck on an island, which means you have to either use the Moon Gates or you have to you get a ship, which can be difficult in the early stages. Alright, so we're going to kind of sneak through this. Wait, what do we got? Alright, we got Gazers and Headless. Alright. That's what I worry about, is that sleep spell. Alright. What I'm going to do is have everybody else do that. Oh, he woke up quick. Nice. Okay, that worked out well. It's important to let characters that you want to level up finish off enemies, too. Because it's only the guy who kills the enemy that gets the experience points. It doesn't matter how much damage you did before then. Alright, so we're going to go down here. A little mountain pass here. And from here, you pretty much just go straight north to get to Minok. Wizards! I'm the wizard buffering. Remember that Aqua Team with the pop-up heads? One of them cast Reflect. No, it wasn't that guy. It was that guy. That was a good one, yeah. It came out at the right time. I think most people would not relate to that now because even though there is a lot of advertising on the internet, it's not in the form of those obtrusive pop-ups. So yeah, like, it's completely different. He cast fire on me? Bitch, alright. He's still parrying. You just, like, wait for the shield to go down, or keep chipping away at it and it'll go down, or yeah, it's down now. Or just use melee. Alright, that was a good one, 93. Here we are. I get pop-ups on mobile sometimes that they're very easy to mitigate. Wow, one step from the town. Gazers and Headless, huh? Alright, let's make sure we target those Gazers because the Headless can't attack at range. Hopefully I have enough health to get the because you have to walk into a furnace to get the rune of spirituality, rune of sacrifice. See, that's not even a spell; it's a regular ranged attack, but it puts him to sleep. Originally, I mean, the monkey thing goes way back. It was, click the monkey, get an iPod. That was a thing for a while. But I think it goes beyond iPod. I'm trying to remember, like, in the late 90s, I remember the banner ads with the monkey, and it would say, catch the monkey and win. I forget what it was, though. It might have just been money. After a while, it was iPod. Get a free iPod. Yolo's taking a nap. Oh, he's up. And all the Gazers are dead, so. And meanwhile, clicking on the thing brought you to whatever the thing was going to bring you to. It didn't matter if you clicked where the monkey happened to be or not, you know? That sort of stuff is just, like I said, it's just sort of relegated to mobile these days. You don't see it on regular internet too much. Oh yeah, porn ads were way aggressive back in the day. Alright, so here's my... I'm going to take a very brief break, guys. I'll be right back with more Ultima Quest of the Avatar, but I have to step away for a brief moment. I'm back, guys. Alright. You know what was the worst back in the day, Taco? Do y'all remember the Bonsai Buddy? Bro. My dad put that shit on our computer back in the day, and I was like, oh my god! It's a virus! And he's like, how do you know that? I was like, because I fucking know it. It's not good to have. Computer started fucking up, right? And then he's like blaming me. It's probably those websites you go on, you know? Trying to like, hey, oh, it's like downloading ROMs or whatever, right? That's what it is. He's always thinking that's gonna mess up the computer. Like, no, you're fucking Bonsai Buddy's messing up the computer. Welcome to Minok, city of sacrifice. Where is the city of salt? The shrines of virtue demand the runes of virtue. Thou must know. Yeah, I did know that actually. Each virtue has a rune. Each virtue has a stone. Well, it was malware, so it was good that you didn't use it. Seek the orange stone of sacrifice in the dungeon Covetous. I always was sort of like fascinated by this dude because he's a ranger with white robes. You never see that anywhere else. Yeah, Jake, compared to the last game, it's night and day, right? Oh, you thought it was Lolo? Yeah. There's nothing else here, though, so... Yeah. Way better than Ultima Exodus on NES. The scrolling isn't exactly very smooth, but what can you do? Sacrifice springs from love and courage. Dost thou have the courage to love others less fortunate than thyself? Yes. Show thy commitment. I shall. I am Julius, and I stand for the poor among us. Wilt thou help? Yes. My thanks. May I accompany thee to do greater works abroad? Yes. Alright, we've recruited Julius. I'm not using him in the party. He's really strong, though, but Jeff is just like a better version of him. So, yeah, he can head over to Brittain. Ah, to wield the skull of Mondane, to level a city, to slay all within. Such power I can scarcely hope to claim. I can neither walk nor work, kind friend. Please, a single coin. Yes. Here you go. Ah, thanks. Zircon awaits the bearer of the scale. Ah, so that's an important hint. I have sleeping sickness. Huh? Oh, yes, I must have suffered a tsetse bite. Wilt thou buy me a drink? Yes. Here you go. Yeah, thank you kindly. But Runes in the Tinker's fireplace. Yeah. Alms for the poor. Will thou help? I might be on cooldown, but I can't say no. So here you go. Have a nice day. So we recruited Julius, which is cool. That just leaves Katrina and Jana, right? Sacrifice? Why, just care for others before oneself. Seek the rune and travel to the shrine in the east. I'm getting the rune right now. Alright. I am Zircon, a very busy smith. A very, very busy smith. If you bring him the scale, you could get a weapon from him. Let's see how much damage I take. Oh, it's not so bad. Let me just search here. There it is, the Rune of Sacrifice. Let's get out of here. Oh, okay. So how's my health now? Not great, but there's a hotel here. This is the town that Ayn Rand is totally against. Yeah, she would be triggered by this totally. Yay, NES! How's it going, Branduin? Yeah, this would trigger the shit out of Ayn Rand. There we go. That'll replenish at least most of the health that we lost getting that rune. So that's the Rune of Sacrifice. Let's see. So what other runes? Okay. Honor we have. Spirituality we have. And humility we need the key for. So basically all the rest of the runes that we don't have require the key. So we have honesty, compassion, sacrifice, honor, spirituality. We have 5. There's 3 more, but they all require a key. How much money do I have right now? 1,112. So we're a little more than halfway towards being able to afford the key. So I think at this point, as a distraction, what we would do is try to recruit the other characters that we don't have. Right? That makes sense to me. Let's see. You do need torches and dungeons in this, huh? Oh well. We'll need the sextant at 1.2, but that's okay. Let me see. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, so let's see. We have Mariah, we have Iolo, we have Jeff. We don't have Jana, the druid. She is in U. U is not the easiest place to get to. It's in a very big forest. But let's walk there. I know I can moongate there, but it's more fun to walk. I'll show you kind of the way to find it. Whiskey? Yo, what kind of whiskey you drink? I'm interested to hear that. How am I doing on health, actually? Oh, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Okay. So we're going to walk over to you. Actually, I might just walk to Britain first to see if any level ups happen, but... Oh, it's a dead end. I'm going... Oh, we got Ettins and Trolls. Okay. Fireball? Oh, okay. That's a cinnamon-flavored whiskey. I like Scotch. Most particularly, I like Dewar's is a really good brand. Hawaiian chicken pizza. Are you saying there was pineapple on that pizza, Jake? Don't make me come over there and kick your ass. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. What makes it Hawaiian? The pineapple. That makes... Which is weird because guess what country invented it? Not America, because that's where Hawaii is. Hawaiian pizza is actually invented by Canada. Yeah, I might stop in Britain just to see about level ups and such, but... I don't quite get the joke there, like... Canada also invented poutine, which is fries smothered in gravy and cheese, and it's like, how has that not caught on in the United States? That is so ridiculously decadent and unhealthy, it should have caught on. That's a lot of liches and a couple of demons in there as well. Yeah. Wait till... Oh, there's energy. That's okay. I'm not moving anyway. Energy also does a decent... Oh, God. That's why I don't like liches, because they can do that. Oh, it only hit 2 characters, though. Defeat is interesting. There's no... You think, why does defeat always fail, right? Defeat damages all characters that are touching you. So, if you're surrounded by enemies, defeat's a good spell. If you're far away, you would never want to use it, so I don't know why the enemies always spam defeat like that. As a kid, I didn't even understand what it did until I had the spell myself, because I didn't understand why the enemies were using it and it never did anything. Yeah, Paul Blaze from down south. Hey Ed, how's it going? Playing some Ultima 4 here. Fighting some liches and demons. It seems quite daunting to walk across the overworld in this game if you're following the game's advice and sticking to warping. But I think it's worth it. That's how you gain a lot of money. Unless you want to go into dungeons early on, but... I don't know, I kind of wait to go into dungeons. It looks like I will need torches, though, huh? Is there, like, a light spell in this? I forget. There is a light spell, and it just uses ash. Okay. So, next time I'm in a place where I can buy reagents, I'll buy a bunch of ash. That works for me. Alright, so we're gonna go down this way. No, up this way. There we go. I am gonna stop in Britain, though. Whoa! Orcs? Wow, we haven't seen orcs in a while. Not since a couple hours ago when I started the game. It leveled up very quickly. I feel like we made a lot of progress in a very short amount of time. Which is wild considering how I would play this game for days on end as a kid and just not really progress through it. Because if you don't know what you're not given a goal other than become the Avatar, you know? Oh, if you played it in the 80s, you must be talking about the PC version, right? The PC version's really good. It's not the one I grew up with. Alright, easy. 97, that was a good one. We can go around the forest, because there's a lot of poison in that forest. No, Moogle, this came out in 1990. 1990. It might have been 89 for Famicom in Japan, though. Yeah, the Fog of War in 3 was way exaggerated. You're probably thinking of the Famicom release. So we got Ettins and some trolls. I would go through the trouble of targeting the trolls first because they can use ranged, but they're not doing enough damage for me to care. I remember when the game came out. It was 1990. I remember me and my friend Frank going to pick it up. Because we had played so much Exodus. And I remember when we went to get this game, well, he was buying it. I got it later, but he was buying himself a copy, and we were going to go to his house and play it. And he was like, wait, I got to look at the back of the box. I got to see what it looks like before I buy it. And he looks at it, he's like, it looks awesome. Let's get it. You know? Oh, man, good times. So much fond memories. And this game came with so many like maps and so much documentation and stuff. It was insane how much like stuff you could have splayed out as you're playing it, you know? 79, that's not bad at all. Alright, so we're gonna go south, and that should bring us back to Britain. We'll pop in both the town and the, huh? What? Video games? We'll pop off in both to, do some stuff. Mainly to give this guy a coin here. Here we go. And I can give blood once. Yep, told you. There we go. And we'll pop off in the... We'll talk to Hawkwind and Lord British. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly lying, but the game is being deceptive. It's making you think it's not right to give this guy money, but it is. That's how you get tripped up and you don't progress, is you fall into this pit of who deserves and who doesn't. You're supposed to just give money to whoever asks. Alright, let's check our progress here. So, honesty, we're progressing well. Okay. Valor, worthy of avatarhood. We knew that. Sacrifice, progressing very well. That's gone up. Okay. Spirituality, progressing well. Compassion, progressing very well. That's also gone up. Justice, progressing well. Honor, we know we have attained partial avatarhood, guard it well. And humility, progressing very well. Okay, cool. Oh no, we're done, we're done. Yeah, Final Fantasy 1 came with all this kind of crazy crap, and the games just came with a lot of shit back then. A lot of the Ultimas came with cloth maps if you bought the PC versions. Help prove the justice of our culture. Man, that game sucks. I actually had that, but for like PC. Shimino, level 5. Nice. Very cool. It was better than the basically, Ghostbusters came out on everything, and the absolute worst version to get was the NES version. It wasn't that different on PC, but it was just better. It's still not a good game, though. The 3 principles are love, courage, and truth, and all of the virtues are derived from that. So, you like love, you derive compassion. Love and truth, you derive justice. Love and courage, you derive sacrifice. Truth, you derive honesty. Truth and courage is, I forget. I think it's honor. And then courage by itself is valor. All 3 are spirituality, and none of them are pride. And in the absence of pride is humility. Alright, so here's how you get to you. Whoa! That was quick. Alright. That's a lot of liches. Okay. But yeah. Like I said, I had basically... It was essentially like the Commodore 64 version of the game. I didn't have a Commodore 64. I had a similar computer, though. And it wasn't great. But the NES version was a really bad version of it. If you wanted to play a home version of Ghostbusters that's more like the PC version, just get it on the Master System. But still not a great game. Uh-oh. Miss. Okay. So Tremor only had 2 characters and one of them missed? What did Daryl do that Tremor missed? What did he jump? Because I thought miss was just it wasn't it doesn't affect you because it didn't affect Jeff or Shimino. So basically you're saying that the Tremor affected Daryl but missed. Yeah, it affected 2 of them but it missed Shimino. Shimino jumped. I mean, to be honest with you, there basically wasn't a really good Ghostbusters game until like the PS3 game. To be honest with you. The one on Sega Genesis was okay. It wasn't a good game though. Like, it was considered good in the sense that it was a lot better than some of the other piece of shit games we got. So basically you just go here until you see the hills here. And you just kind of go through this. Moogle, it's good by comparison to other crap games. It's not really good. Alright, so we got Trolls and Ettins. Like, let's be real. The Ghostbusters game on Sega is okay. It's fine. It's not like a great game or anything. Yeah, it's playable. It's not going to make you want to vomit. There was an okay Ghostbusters game on the Game Boy, but it wasn't even a game that started off as Ghostbusters. It was some other license in Japan that got turned into a Ghostbusters game in the US. Like, honestly, I think it was a Heathcliff game or something. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was some crazy shit like that. PP hammer. My PP go in you. So here is the vast forest that you is in. I'll show you how to get to it without like getting lost. Basically, you're gonna go up right here. Like right where all 3 paths sort of meet, you just go straight north. What do we got? We got liches and demons. Okay. It was Garfield? Alright, I knew it was some fucking cat. It was some orange cat with no brain cells. How is it that they're making another Garfield movie and the voice of Garfield is Chris Pratt? Like, haven't we, as a society, don't we deserve better than more Garfield movies, and haven't we moved past Chris Pratt? They couldn't even make it work with Bill Murray. How are they going to make it work with Chris Pratt? Like, come on. And why do they... Like, why are there Garfield movies now and not back in the 80s when people gave a shit? Yeah, who was asking for that exactly? Well, that would have been Bill Murray, but I don't think he's interested. That one's so bad. So basically, if you just go straight... Actually, wait, no, that'll bring me to the moon gate. My bad. That's where the moon gate is. If you go here to the end of this and then go north, that's where the town is. See? There it is. And you can see the moon gate area up there in that other clearing. Welcome to you, Druidic City of Justice. Alright, let's see if we can recruit Jana. She's up here by the fire. You want to talk to the fire, too. I am Flammus, a student of justice, which is the love of truth. Hast thou always lived rightly? I think you're supposed to say no. Let me see if I say yes. Yeah, I rather doubt that. We back that up. No. Fear not. A single honest man is worth 100 liars. Yeah, I thought you were supposed to say no. Hail, Seeker, I am Jana, advocate of justice. I think she was a guy in the PC version. Dost thou strive to treat all men and women as equals? Yes. Then may I join thee? Yes. No. Alright, we have to be a higher level. Okay, it was worth a shot. There is no Daryl. We just named him Daryl. Because we started as... I could have named him Dupree, but that would have been weird when I run into the actual Dupree. Confront the darkest secrets in thy soul and return for me. You just have to level up. The last 2 characters are always a bitch to get, but let's look around the rest of the town. Well, she's not the only one that got gender swapped, because Julia turned into a man named Julius. To give equal weight to all facts, even though they are not to thy liking, is justice. Flammus can tell thee more. Oh, hello. The Shrine of Justice can be found on the cape, far to the north. Hast thou its rune? I'm not sure if I have it or not. Justice? Hold on, let me check. I don't want to say the wrong thing because that's dishonest. Hold on. I'm actually not sure if I have that one. I think I need a key to get that one. Let's see. Justice. I don't have it. Okay, no, I don't have it. Ramus knows of it. He's a wee bit addled, though. D-Pre. Oh, my God. D-Pre. I'm sorry it's been a bad day, though. Order in the court. I am Talford, Justice of the Druidic Court. Art thou guilty of any offense? I think you're supposed to say yes. Look into the darkness of thy soul and consider whether thou dost speak the truth. Deal not in lies. I'm going to DP. Yeah, I'm on DP, alright. I can't get in there to give him money. Alright, there's nothing we can do here. Not without a key. How am I doing on that, by the way? 1,500? Okay, we're getting there. I'm going to DP in you. Oh, here we go. Please help me feed my baby. Wilt thou spare a coin? Certainly. Thank you ever so much. Alright. I'm gonna give blood. Alright. That, you're right, that is worth. That is worse, you're right. I'm going to D-Pre. That's been too long, Jake. VODs only stick around for about a week or two. The Shrine of Justice can be found on the Cape. Eventually I'll put it on YouTube, but it's been too long. Far to the north. Oh, no. Yeah, I already talked to you. Is there anything else here? I don't think there really is much. Yeah. They will be on YouTube. They're not yet. It takes me a while to get to each thing. Alright, so we're too low of a level to recruit Jana, which basically means we're probably too low of a level to recruit Katrina as well. Yeah, the music of this is mad catchy. So I'm thinking at this point, what we might want to do is get the key. Right? Let's get the key. Wait, how's my health? Alright, pretty good. So, the key costs 2,000. Let me just see where I could buy it. Certainly Buccaneer's Den. But I want to see if there's any other place. Alright, let's see. Shrines. Here we are. Only in Buccaneer's Den and Vesper. Alright, well... the first thing to do would be to get up enough money. And that's not going to take very long. The easiest way to get to Buccaneer's Den is to just sail there from either Brittain or Trinsic. So I'm going to head in that direction as we fight enemies and for money. We also will need the Sextant, but you can only get the Sextant in Vesper. I honestly forget where the town of Vesper even is. I wonder if I should try to get the scale at Serpent's Spine. Right? Let me look at this. Press the A button, please. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Location. Altars. Castles. Britannia, Lycia. And then be Serpent's Hold. Alright, Buccaneer's Den, Cove, Pause, Vesper. Oh, that's where Vesper is. Okay. That's no big deal. But I also wanted to look at Serpent Spine Mountain. I think I might need the... Yeah, you need the balloon to get there. Okay. I'm thinking about that balloon, right? But then I'd need the wind spell and everything. It's a... well, I do have the wind spell already. I would just need the reagents for it. Okay. Hythloth is kind of the toughest dungeon, but you can get through it to get the balloon. And I'm thinking about this, you know? You need the key to get into Hythloth from Castle Britannia, but from then you would just exit out another way to get the balloon, and then take the balloon to either Cove or to Serpent Spine. And I'm thinking going to Serpent Spine early would get us a really powerful weapon early. Whoa, don't do that. Alright, Jake, we'll see you around. Either way, we need a key, though. Either way, you need a key. So light is used only with ash, which is fine. Wind is garlic and moss. Okay. There are certain spells you need to cast, and wind is one of them. I'm just thinking about how exactly to get the balloon. Because that does require going through Hythloth, which is some endgame shit, but... let's see. Yeah, the front entrance is beneath Castle Britain. The back entrance is south of the entrance to the Abyss. Wait, can I just sail there? Probably not, right? No, that's enclosed. Okay. I'm just thinking about this, guys. Like, oh, all right. I don't know if it's worth trying that early, but we'll probably not do the scale right away. Hythloth is the toughest dungeon, you know? Don't do that. Do that. How many dungeons are there? There's one dungeon. There's 8. There's one dungeon for each of the main virtues, except for like pride / humility. But there's the final dungeon. And I was just thinking of trying to get to Serpent's Hold early, but like I said, we need a key either way. I should probably get the key. Focus on getting the rest of the runes first. The runes is the most important thing first. So there's eight dungeons. We'll also need the bell, the candle, the book, the skull, the flute, and 2 more characters that we haven't recruited. It's a lot to do. There we go. $4. Oh, there's 2 of them because I hung out there too long. Yeah, it's not so great. No silver harp. There is a silver horn. So there's that. And we'll need that as well. We'll need the horn for sure. The silver horn, not like the silver harp in Dragon Quest, but like the silver horn in Shadowgate. Alright, liches and a demon. So I guess we'll just try to get to Buccaneer's Den while also going through the trouble of, that guy's got to reflect up now, so... getting the money. Which won't be much more. We're almost at 2,000. We'll also need 900 to buy the sextant at one point. Of course he's parrying, and he's not walking towards me. There we go. Oh, you're dead. Yeah, he moved. That's good. And you're done. $9? That's not very good. How much money do I have? 16 somewhat? Alright. Alright, well let's stop in here and do our normal thing. We have a ship right there, so I can go straight to Buccaneer's Den. But I want to... Oh my god, dude. You bardic bastard. You son of a bitch. Beavis, you dirty son of a bitch. Talk to Hawkwind real quick. Alright, Honesty, we're progressing well. Valor, we're worthy of Avatarhood, but I don't have the rune yet. Whoop, my bad. Sacrifice, progressing very well. I don't think anything will have changed, but talking to him raises spirituality, so progressing well in spirituality. Compassion, worthy of Avatarhood. Hold on. That's another thing to do then. Compassion, ready for Shrine. That's something else to do. And I have the Rune of Compassion, so... Justice, progressing well. Honor. We have already obtained partial Avatarhood. And finally, Humility. Worthy of Avatarhood. Nice. Alright. Humility, worthy of Avatarhood. Or I should say ready for Shrine. Okay, but I don't have the rune for Humility yet. Because if you look at my runes... We have Honesty, Compassion, Sacrifice, Honor, Spirituality. But we could do Compassion. And that's not far from here, actually. We'd walk there pretty easily. But let me go talk to the king. Let's do that first, because like I said, we don't have enough money yet to get the key. But we're nearly there. Jeff! Level 5 for you. Alright. Alright. The Shrine of Compassion is just to the east of here. It's not too far to get to. You have to go through some bridges. So we'll do that, and hopefully in doing that I will, yeah. The problem with it is, do I have to go through any poison? I will likely have to walk through some poison, unless I get a ship along the way. But I don't like to travel by sea any more than I have to. Because you're getting experience by fighting monsters, but you're not getting money. Just gonna go east this way. Oh, there's a ship. Might as well. I'm practically there anyway. That'll skip the poison. Having all these tabs open is like having all this stuff splayed out when I was a kid. I'd have the Moongate map and the town map and all the dungeon stuff and, you know, all the notes and everything. Hey, Greg, welcome back. What's for dinner? Kind of an early dinner, no? What'd you have? I think we're doing beef stew tonight, which is exciting for me. What? Oh, I got a random encounter right after I hit the ship. That's what it is. All right. But why did you have dinner at 5 p.m.? It's not even. Oh, you're in like Nova Scotia or something, right? Oh, you had pizza. I mean, it's always a good time for pizza. Yeah, you're in like the very east of Canada, right? Yeah, I think we're either doing beef stew or beef pot pie or something like that, you know. Yeah, seriously, there's never like, it's not the right time of day for pizza, no. Of course, we've known people that are so obsessed with pizza that they would just talk about it and eat nothing but pizza, but for us normal people, it's a food that you enjoy at any time, you're just not obsessive over it. Meat dicks. Oh, dear. Oh. One? That's pretty lame. There's the shrine. I guard the Shrine of Compassion. Enter in peace, friend. Exactly, Taco. For how many cycles dost thou meditate? 3. Thou hast now achieved partial avatarhood in the virtue of compassion. Very cool. Alright, so I'm going to change that to partial avatarhood. Okay. So now if you look at our status, you can see those dots there. It looks like a smiley face almost. Dicks are already... Well, they're already meat dicks. You're not wrong. I mean, you're wrong. You're just not incorrect. Alright, so I have how much money? 1668. I feel like I haven't gained money at all. Oh, here we go. Yeah, breakfast pizza is interesting, but it's not always good. It can be good, but it's usually not. Yeah, it totally looks like a smiley face when you just have those particular when you have honor and valor. Eventually, it's gonna look like an onk in the end. I mean, it's pretty much a pizza with like eggs on it. I mean, the problem that I have is that it's usually dry. The egg, you know. You're gone. Nope. Hit the button way too many times there. 30? Oh. Breakfast pizza has the potential to be really good, but it's usually not. Alright, I'm gonna do speed up now because I'm grinding for money. We'll go to Buccaneer's Den and buy the key. Somebody cast Reflect. No, it's that guy. Oh, he's got to reflect as well? That sucks. I think they all have reflect right now. They want me to rush them down, but I'm not walking through the energy field. I'll wait. $15? No. Reroll that shit. 87, that's more like it. We'll make getting the key the last thing we do today. Alright, we got Gazers and Headless. Phone's going insane. I'm interested to see what they do with Streets of Rage. That's about as far as it goes, to be honest. We'll see how it goes, right? Okay, no, 18? No. 18. Do better than that. 15, that's even worse. Dude, I'm getting, like, in the teens. Come on. It's pissing me off, though, is what I don't think Shining was not in the list of games. It was, like... Whatever. It was, like, Altered Beast, Crazy Taxi, Streets of Rage. I forget what else, to be honest. Nothing about Shining or Phantasy Star. Whatever. Pythons. $60. I'm gonna go in and do this real quick. Let's see, how much money I got? $18.90, we're getting there. Oh yeah, Jet Set Radio was the other one I was thinking of. There we go. 78, we're very close. I mean, there's a lot of potential for Crazy Taxi to be really cool. And there's a lot of potential for it to be really fucking lame. I'm not trying to cast anything, Jesus. He's got a reflect up, we just gotta wait for that to go away. He's pelting me with missile and fire and all this BS. There we go. 38. How much is that? Oh, we have enough. Let's go. All right. Hold on a second. Okay, so it is kind of just south of here. You know, well, it's southeast. We're gonna get in the boat and go. So if you go down here, you'll hit this like archipelago. I don't want to fight any pirates while I'm here. Alright, we got seahorses, and there's a giant squid in there as well. I'm speeding it up just because we're, like, you know, a little bit over time. Hey, look, if they could make an Eternal Champions that doesn't suck, like all the other ones did. Check gold, hit turbo. Huh? Alright. So you just go to where this poison is, and you just go east. You should hit the island where Buccaneer's Den is. Here it is. Welcome to Buccaneer's Den, matey. A pirate's town. Be ye a pirate? No. Frankly, matey, I'd like to wash me hands of the whole business. I'm Ramsel the pirate, and I learned in a place far away to live without virtue. Happily, I might add. Yeah, I don't care about Altered Beast either. I have seen the Silver Horn, my friend. Search the island north of Magincia, so we know about that. Alms for the poor, yep. Bless ye, kind friend. Wait, hold on. As long as it didn't put me below 2,000, I'm good, right? 2005, we're good, alright. That's armor and weapons. I need the tool shop. Tool. Here we are. Welcome to the guild. What'll it be? I'm gonna get that key. That'll be 2,000 gold, okay? Yep. Ah, yes, thank you. Need anything else? No. See ya. Let's look around the rest of the town before we stop. Did I talk to you? Yes, I have. Oh, I would have to get past that barrier to get in there, which I'm not concerned about right now. Mondayne Skull, you say? You don't want it. East of Serpent's Hold, in the midst of 3 volcanoes. You don't want it. Now go away. Watch out for them whirlpools. You actually don't need the skull to beat the game, but I like to have the skull with me, because if you beat the game, the skull is destroyed. And so you just know that it's gone for good at that point. I don't think there's anything else here. I never cared about Altered Beast, to be honest with you. Alright, that's pretty much it. There's not a place to save here, so I want to, like, just go to, we're honestly not that far from Trinsic. Oh, right, here we go. We got some rogues. So we'll just go to a place that has a hotel that I can save at, and then we'll stop. Made a lot of progress today. And next time, we're going to go through a whole bunch of key doors and get all the other runes and stuff that we couldn't get. There were a lot of people who were really into Altered Beast because it was a launch title for the Sega Genesis. And in it being a launch title, it was interesting because it was almost as good visually and everything as the arcade game. And that was impressive. Because there weren't systems that could do arcade games and have them look like the arcade game, you know? Never mind that it wasn't that great of a game to start with. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna land anywhere where there's no poison. I'm definitely fighting the pirates, though. There was no avoiding that guy. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about the wind when you're sailing. You only have to worry about the wind when you're in your balloon. But instead of having to fight the wind, you just use the wind to control the balloon. You can't control the balloon any other way than it'll move randomly. But if you need it to move the way you need it to move, you cast wind. But if you wanted an early Sega Genesis game that was an arcade port, that was a really good port of the arcade game, Strider. Right? It's not arcade perfect, but it's close to it. And to be honest, it's a way better game than Altered Beast was. But it was the first idea of seeing like 16-bit graphics, what we understand as being 16-bit graphics on a home console where you can own it, you know? Because people didn't play Altered Beast for its gameplay. Let's be real, right? They played it for the graphics because it was an impressive looking game. Like, for example, I can get in here. I forget how to do it, though. I think you have to use the key. Yeah. The stone of honor doth lie in the dungeon shame, near the mountain lake. I am told of an altar of courage and truth. Right, it's use, yeah. And that just gives you... So yeah, there's a lot of places like that we can get to now. But right now, let's just stop. I will stay here to replenish and to save it. With a hard save, we'll make a save state as well. I wouldn't even call it a tech demo. It was just not a great game, that's all. Alright, and let me make a save state. Okay, guys, we're going to go over the schedule, and then we're going to do a raid. It was a lot of fun revisiting this. We will continue next week, of course. Don't go anywhere just yet, because we are going to do a raid. Stick around through that. Here's what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we're going to be playing more of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for the Switch. Sunday night, more of Castlevania Nocturne in the Moonlight, also known as Symphony of the Night. We're playing it on the Saturn. That's why we're calling it Nocturne in the Moonlight. Monday afternoon, I haven't made a scene. Ignore that it says Marvel vs. Capcom. I got to get on that. Probably tomorrow I'll do it. That's going to be actually Street Fighter EX2, the arcade version. Tuesday night, we have more of Blasphemous 2 for Steam. Wednesday afternoon, we're going to finish up Doom Eternal and then start on the DLC, Doom Eternal. I think it's called The Old Gods or The Ancient Gods or something like that. That was Wednesday. Thursday night, we were not doing Energy Breaker. Thursday night, we're probably just going to be doing more of Octopath Traveler. Thursday night's going to be like the YouTube chill night where you guys can join me on voice chat if you wish and stuff like that. So yeah, just ignore that. Friday afternoon, a week from today, we'll be right back here with more of Ultima Quest of the Avatar for the NES. The game's just as fun as I remember it being. Let's come over here and raid somebody. See who we got online. Didn't I unfollow you? Hold on a second. I swear I unfollowed her. Let me just make sure I'm not confusing people. No, I'm not. Hold on. Don't worry about it. Let's raid Field and He's in the retro category. Let's see what he's doing. That's an ad. He's in retro. I can't tell from that tiny little window. It looks like some kind of an RPG, possibly an action RPG. Oh, he's playing Parasite Eve. Oh, okay, let's raid him. We gotta make a reference to the one thing about Parasite Eve that I know is a thing. Okay. Guys, there's your raid call. Copy that, paste it as we head into Nisha's stream. Like I said, he's playing Parasite Eve. We'll see you guys over there. We'll see you guys on Discord. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Xenoblade and just around in general. Here we go.